Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John.
I'm Claire.
This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to Stellaris Federations. Stellaris. Okay, good. This one, just to clear up any confusion, the previous video was sponsored, this one isn't. So we can now say Federations is awful, it's the worst expansion Paradox have ever done. I really hope none of you bought it on the back of my terrible shilling. I'm so sorry about the shilling.
How long can you keep pretending to be mean about Stellaris? Your one true love.
It's so nice, there's a proper political, there's a space UN. I can't remember, I forget what it's actually called. I was just calling it the Space UN. I think it's called the Galactic Community or possibly the Galactic UN. I forget.
Space
it's just Space UN or SPUN. Good old SPUN. So hello.
I mean, the acronym would be SUN, which would be in fact appropriate, but sure, make it SPUN.
Yes, it's SPUN. So welcome.
SPEW, actually.
Welcome to Spew. There are elves in this game, actually. They had like orcs and cyclops and elves in the humanoids pack, I believe. Mm-hmm. So yes, you can actually play as elves in this game, together with totally not Vulcans and other totally not relevant Star Trek characters. I'm sure legally they're absolutely... Claire, you forgot to pause the... Not again, Claire! Welcome to Stellaris Federations. Right, let's get this set up here. Let's see if this is all working as it should do. Just get this. Hey, that looks about right. So, it's time to do something stupid tonight, which is obviously now there's a new political system. There's a political system where, like, you know, you can have a certain amount of influence, and your diplomatic weight is not just about your military power. It's also about your economy and your tech level and your population and stuff like that. So in short, there are ways to exert your influence on the galactic stage rather than just having the biggest fleet. Because up to this point, Stellaris has really been a war game. There has been other diplomacy, but ultimately everything is decided by a big pew 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 laser battle in which, you know, fleets go head to head. That's just how it goes. That's just a thing. But obviously now Federations, there's the Galactic Community and there's Galactic Law, and there's Federations that are a lot more interesting and provide benefits for playing in a cooperative fashion and slowly kind of, you know, playing a more political game. So I'm curious how far we could take this. This isn't going to work, by the way. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to say I'm not allowed any warships. Like science, civilian ships are fine. Like colony ships and science ships and constructor ships. They're cool. Everything else is banned. So we're not allowed, like, basically anything that goes in the fleets tab of the outliner is not allowed. No corvettes, no destroyers, no cruisers, no battleships, no titans. I assume the new Juggernaut goes in there too. No Colossus. Colossus counts as a ship. So we're not allowed any of that. Basically, this means my entire defense will be based purely on star basis, and I just need to out-expand everyone and make friends as fast as possible. Which might go wrong, because if I just spawn next to a fanatical, like, purifier, I'm dead. Then I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die. So basically what I need to do is I need to survive long enough for the Galactic Community to form, and then basically just desperately try and pass as many laws as possible that get me, that basically increase the weight provided by everything that's not a fleet. So, and in the meantime not die, because if anyone attacks me, I've got literally no defense. I basically have to surrender. If anyone attacks me, I will have to surrender. Okay, so I think as Claire was mentioning in the chat, in case you arrived early and you were part of the pre-show, everyone loves the pre-show, I've set up like the basics of an empire, but like I've set up like the sort of empire it should be, but I haven't actually set up like the specifics. So I'm open for names and portraits and whatever. If you've got like a favourite portrait, because there's a lot of different portraits in this game, I'm totally up for that. Probably not lithoid, to be honest, because lithoids like have their own playstyle, which makes this style very difficult to do. So sadly, probably not a lithoid on this occasion. But I'd like, in terms of like the species name and the empire name and everything, I'm up for that. So, Claire's going to be keeping an eye on all of that nonsense while I just introduce you to how we're going to do this. Because I've got an idea for, like, you know, the big things like the traits and whatever. Let's start with government and ethics. So, obviously, as I literally cannot expand, once I get boxed in by other empires, I literally can't expand. So, therefore, I need to be able to expand beyond my own borders. Therefore, corporate's pretty much essential, because then I can set up corporate worlds elsewhere. So I can set up, like, the corporate bases on other planets, which is pretty much bloody crucial. Trading posts is going to be essential, because star bases are literally my only defense. So I need as many star bases as possible, because I don't have ships. So star bases, I need, if there's a dangerous border, I need star bases that are heavily armoured to be 3 thick. So therefore, I need those star bases. And public relations specialist has been adjusted. This is new in Federations. That now provides diplomatic weight up 10%. So increases my the amount of diplomatic weight I can exert, which is really important. And envoys is up by 2 as well, which is very useful for further, because I can basically I can commit those to Federations or the Galactic community in order to increase my diplomatic weight. Basically, just make me more powerful than I might appear. So those envoys are really important. Xenophile a little bit obviously gets trade value up, which is useful for a megacorp. And gets me another envoy. So I'm going to start with 4 envoys, which is a really, really good number. And normally, pacifist is the most garbage thing you should never be in this game. But for me, it makes sense. It makes sense to be fanatical pacifist. Because 1, stability's up, that's productivity. And 2, Empire Sprawl from props is down. From pops is down. Basically, I may as well be fanatical pacifist, just because it means I can have more pops, and total population is an important part of maintaining, one of the things, basically one of the 4 metrics the game measures what your diplomatic weight is. So we're going to actually be pacifist, because I may as well. It's not like I can't do an offensive war, I've got no ships, so I may as well do that. So we're going to be a bit xenophile, but mainly we're going to be fanatical pacifist.
Alright, so what folks are saying, there's a lot of people that are advocating for having orcs, because then you can call the space orcs sporks.
Yes.
And obviously that's a great reason.
Yeah. I'm seeing snails mentioned a lot as well.
Yeah, Lady Cricket says it needs to be a cute animal picture that would show its tummy when attacked, because then we'd have to surrender, obviously.
I can see the appeal of the little...
I mean, what about the cute starfish, people?
Yeah, but the starfish, we have a close relationship with the starfish in a previous run. I feel like we haven't had a close relationship with the snails for a long time, ever since the original Stellaris end card, where this is what my sudden death looks like.
That is true.
Any other kind of strong advocates or suggestions coming in?
Nah. It's a bit hard to tell, obviously, because there's so many. I mean, obviously some people are saying the Venus flytrap, but I think that's more to annoy you.
Vetoed.
Yeah, no, I thought you'd say that.
I'm happy with Spec Snails.
Spec Snail, then?
Okay, so if people want to come up with names for our pacifist snail corporation, I will accept snail business puns at this point. Snail business puns shall receive MATN points. There shall be MATN points in return for snail business puns.
Well, whilst we're waiting for snail business buns...
Yes.
Shout out to David, who gave us £10 and says, did you know that in Germany they're panic buying sausages and cheese? It's truly the worst case scenario.
Okay.
I want you to know that I pronounced the German wrong, because I don't think if I pronounced the German
I
right,
would have got
the works.
Yeah, okay. And just FYI, the traits, while you're keeping an eye for terrible snail puns, we have got Thrifty, obviously, we need trade value, because we're a megacorp, that's important. Unruly, I think, is kind of, because I'm getting such a reduction in Empire Sprawl already, I'm happy to take Unruly to offset to be that, so that's minus 20%, not 30, because that's an easy 2 points, and Deviant is, to my mind, another easy one, because I've got no reason that I want my people to all be pacifist. I'm happy for a bit of divergence from pacifism, and that gives me the points I need to fund intelligent for more science, and traditional for more unity. Because I feel like rushing ascension perks is going to be pretty important. Actually, that's going to be pretty important. So those are kind of my traits
okay,
right there.
There's a lot of Shell Corp going on.
I like Shell Corp. I just saw Escar Corp, which I quite like.
Yeah, and there's also S-Cargo.
Oh, I think that one's perfect. I think that one's
the S-Cargo company.
I feel like that's actually quite clever. I feel like that's actually quite clever. Because it does feel like they're actually a trading company. What do you think is the best way to write that? Like S-cargo like that?
Well, people have been doing capital S.
Uh-huh. What, capital S?
Capital S, so that you read it as S, cargo.
Mm-hmm. You think like that?
Well, that's what people are saying, but obviously you can...
I feel like it works better, like, maintaining the French spelling.
Okay.
Don't you think? I feel like that works better. I mean, due points for Shell Corp and other Shell oil puns, but I feel like escargot is just the superior at this part. At this point, they shall be Snalian. The Snalian ad shall be the adjective from that, which is lovely. Obviously, we're having Tali. Hey, it's Tali. And yes, we've already discussed all that. Oh, origins. Origins are up for grabs. Obviously, there are also... We could just go for a basic origin. But it might be...
John, if you do capital S, then it stands for snail.
Okay, fair enough. That's acceptable. S-cargo, commerce guild. That's... Then it's both. Then it's both simultaneous.
Great delicious.
You can actually gene mod deliciousness onto a species, yes, you can.
This is not a very good idea.
But you don't do it to yourself for the most part. You do it to species you're planning to eat.
No, I get that.
I'm gonna try and find a nice snaily flag while you get yourself caught up, Claire.
Yes. Shout out to Brett who gave us $2 and says, "I love your wacky challenges. Made my day, you two."
Oh, challenges are good. I enjoy beginning some a stupid challenge.
Shout out to Ella, who gave us £10 and says, "Hi friends, thanks for the wonderful content. It keeps me sane. I've had a rough week. On Monday, which was my birthday, I lost a job offer to the pandemic. Oh, I'm so sorry."
Oh, that is sad. We're sorry to hear that.
I'll be okay, but it's been rough. Love you guys.
Oh, well, we hope things cheer up a little bit.
Well, I think we should name a science ship after Ella because, you know, she's a scientist. We know this.
Yes.
Nathaniel also says in the chat, could we name a science ship Charles in honor of my brother who just got his PhD in biophysics and introduced him to many a true nerd?
That strikes me as eminently reasonable. Eminently reasonable, right there.
Yes, indeed. We've also got a message from Barbarian God who gave us €2 and says, "Name one of the planets much newer Johnton, please."
If we get some planets down, we could absolutely be naming them too.
If we get some planets down.
If is a big question. If it's
one of them should be called garlic butter if we get some planets, you know. Anyway.
There we go.
La la la.
We're gonna stick with my usual tactic of playing as red-headed females by shooting a female leader with a red shell.
Oh, nice! Got a little shell thing.
Exactly. We've got a red head or red back, red shell, red thing, red. Anyway.
So people are saying Ring World. I think, you were saying for Origins?
Interesting. Is that the one that... I think I saw a couple of people mention Doomsday as well.
Also, yes.
Which is... Okay, we'll properly poll that. So, which ones just anecdotally do you think are coming up the most? Which ones are you seeing the most? You've mentioned Ringworld and Doomsday there. Just gonna keep...
I don't know, it's going too fast,
It's going too fast. I'm saying Doomsday... I've seen Doomsday happening a lot. I'm just gonna let the chat catch up to me. I'm watching you, chat. I'm watching
Name
you,
the
chat.
starting ruler Claire, says Source of Being.
Acceptable. That's Claire.
Yay.
Claire. So that's Claire the Snail. She's gonna be our starting ruler. She is our chairwoman right now. I'm actually seeing...
is too OP.
I agree. Ringworld is a bit OP. I think Doomsday is a fun starting point. Okay, now it's coming. Now they've caught up. I'm seeing Lost Colony a lot, actually.
Well, you keep an eye on that while I look for the...
Yeah, go on. I'm going to vaguely try and come up with options out of what I'm seeing. Go on, Claire.
No, I'm looking for something. I just told you. You keep talking about the chat while I'm looking for the slow chat option.
I think it is... Yeah, I think it's Lost Colony, Doomsday, or Ringworld. I think those are the options.
Okay, wait a minute.
Right there.
Lost Colony. What's the question?
What's our origin? What is our origin? And yes, I think I'm happy with that. I've kind of got the Empire set up there. So yeah, I think it feels like Lost Colony, where there's going to be there's going to be another Claire somewhere out in the galaxy. Running
Alright, folks, I need you to stop voting in the chat. Because at this point, you're not going to be able to see the link to the poll in the chat because it's going fast.
It's true.
We are not counting votes that are happening in the chat.
They need
so
to
if
be
you don't go
physically
and vote
count.
in the poll, you know,
Yes.
it's just not going to get counted.
Because we physically can't.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, we'll go for we'll try one of them. We'll try one of them. I mean, I'm not opposed to having a shattered ring.
John, can you talk about them a little bit? About all three options a little bit?
So ring world isn't a pure ring world. It's a shattered ring, so it's partially destroyed. You've got an arcane generator, so you can maintain a handful of segments. I've not actually played it myself, but basically, you get to slowly rebuild it over time. And then at the bottom we've got Doomsday, which means within 35 to 45 years, your starting world just explodes. But obviously there are advantages that come with that. You can basically, because your world's about to explode, you can basically just exploit the hell out of it. So there are like special resources as you basically strip mine it as desperately as you can. But you need to find somewhere else to go in 35 to 45 years. Otherwise, because your home planet's about to explode. And then obviously you need to move all your people over there. But I assume there's a special decision to migrate all your pops, hopefully. And Lost Colony means there is a second S-Cargo Commerce Guild that's bigger somewhere out in the world. So therefore there's going to be an advanced empire of this species somewhere else. So that feels like that's the thing. Excellent. Do we have a poll ready to go?
Yeah, of course. It's been going for a while.
It's been going for a while. Okay, so other than that, we've got the ruler set up. I'm just going to go for, I think we'll go for some nice humanoid ships on this occasion. I do like an odd humanoid ship. Those are fun. I think they're quite pretty, the humanoids designs. Claire, I think we'll go for primary colour red. You do like red as a primary colour.
Yes, indeed.
What secondary colour do you want? What pattern would you like on the flag?
Well, I think the one you've got already looks a little bit shell-like, so I think it needs to be something round, like either the one you've already got,
like that one or something.
Yeah, oh, you mean for underneath? I thought you were changing the symbol.
I think the colours. I like that one because it's vaguely shelly. Yeah. So either the colours, because we've got red for primary, so secondary is black right now, but it can be anything else.
Okay, so I think we should have the horizontal stripe at the bottom.
Horizontal stripe at the bottom, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And what do you want as your secondary colour?
We should have like a green or a brown for slime because we're snails. Maybe a brown because that's too Christmassy.
Brown?
I don't know. Maybe some fine.
Mm-hmm.
You decide.
Uh-huh.
You decide. You're gonna go with a pink and a purple because you're you.
You can't prove otherwise. Red for you, pink and purple for me.
Okay,
that's a snail. That's a snail going along the ground. So I think I should prefer it I like to think that, like, we actually just put our flag sideways and now we can't change it because the brand book is, as it is. So it's supposed to be viewed sideways where the snail's going along the ground. So that's us now. We're going to be primary colour.
Red isn't a very pacifist colour, people are pointing out.
We
could do a teal for me. I'd be
a
down
lighter.
for that.
How about a lighter red?
Yeah.
Claire's not keen on the lighter red.
We could do like a
look. We're pacifist, but we're
blue-green.
fabulous. We're pacifist, but we're fabulous. So it's red and pink.
Fine, if you want.
I'm happy with that. Oh, do you want a nice minty green instead?
Oh, that actually works really well, I think.
You think? Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll go for a nice minty green as a pacifist colour.
You know, I literally have that colour like all over my office.
That's true. Okay, what's the poll saying, Claire?
The poll is saying, let us see. Okay, in third place with 27% of the votes.
Yeah.
Doomsday.
Really? I'm surprised.
Now, with 33% of the vote, in second place, we have a Ring World.
Uh-huh.
Which means that we are going to be playing as a Lost Colony.
Okay, there's a second Claire out there somewhere, and maybe
I
we
think
will find
that's what
her.
people want, is a second Claire.
If you live with her, you wouldn't want that.
Oh, sod off.
Uh-huh. Oh, dear. We can have an anomaly city. Yeah, I'll go for a nice hue. I'm happy with humanoid city. Nice, peaceful background. We have got... Oh, Claire, would you like to name a planet? Would you like to name our planet?
Our home planet?
Our home world, yes.
Ooh. You don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, snails. We need more snail puns. Okay, and you can pick a climate at least. Would you like it to be super cold, super hot?
I think we should be. I mean, what do snails like? I don't know what snails like.
I feel like they don't like being frozen or like fried.
They do like being fried in garlic butter, though.
You want a desert
like that a
world.
lot.
You want a desert world,
Well,
do
no,
you?
clearly that's what like.
Not really a tropical world. I think they'd like a tropical world.
One.
I feel like they'd like a tropical world.
Anyway, shout out to Jessica who gave us. Let's see. Sorry, there's so many. People are being very, very generous today and talkative. So at some point you're gonna have to let me talk.
Yes.
But shout out to Jessica who gave us 500 Swedish krona and says your video yesterday reminded me a bit of Kindergarten, the game that I recommended way back. It also runs a divided into actions, and if you scrub, you can go back to do something else systems, though puzzle based rather than action based. And also she gave us another 50 Swedish krona.
Oh, thank you
and
very,
says,
very much indeed.
I'd also say it's one of those knows what it wants to be and sticks to it kind of games that you like.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jessica was saying dividing my super chat in two to save money, so I don't know. There might be some weird super chat rules that we don't know about.
Ooh, we should look into that. Okay, keep an eye on them. I'll look at them after the stream.
Yes, indeed. Shelter.
I'm liking
Mother Shell.
I'm liking
Slime Prime.
shelter for the stars. That's our star system we live in. But the shell for the actual planet, 'cause we're literally coming out of our shell.
I like the Mother Shell for the home planet.
I think I just like the shell and shelter rather
Fair
than
enough.
mother
The
shell
shell and shelter
specifically.
makes sense.
I think we can bring some of these puns back for our neighbouring systems, like the snail trail. I like the snail trail.
The snail trail.
And calling a planet slime instead of prime at some point.
Oh yeah, Transylvania.
Oh, we'll need to keep all of these at some point.
New Shelland.
Oh my goodness, the terrible puns are going to be back.
Name the star garlic. I approve. Can we name the star?
Yes, we named it Shelter. We named it Shelter, and
fair enough.
we probably don't want them to be called the species should not be the placeholders. I'm happy for them to be the escargot. I'm happy for the actual species to be the escargot. I'm happy to double up that, and the escar, purely es on the end.
Yes.
And Snalian.
But for the shelter planet, it should have 2 L's.
Should it though?
Yes.
Alright, fine. I guess you win this round. Shelter. Shelter with a dash. There we go. Okay, so we got snails. They are the escargots. We'll go for human names. I like human names. That's absolutely fine. They amuse me. There's your traits. There's tropical planets, so the snails don't dry out or freeze. Unlike humanoid planets, which actually they'll have plantoids, because then they're eating the plants. They can have plantoids.
Yes.
They can have plantoid cities. They can eat the cities. Yum, 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 yum. Lost colony. And megacorp, pacifist, never normally be pacifist, but whatever. The escargot, that's brilliant. Whoever came up with that first, well done to you. That's all absolutely fine. And we've got Claire as our ruler. God help us. Right, drop a save on that. Move straight on to this. Okay, so I'm going to have things difficult, but not like as difficult as I sometimes have. So we'll have a full 1,000-star 30A empires. We'll have... I'd say we'll have, between 13 and 26 of them being advanced starts, so completely at random. Fallen Empires max out, More Orders max out. I'll have Tech and Tradition, Habitable Worlds normal. I'll have some primitives slightly raised. The Crisis could the Crisis can be 3 times. Given I'm going to have no ships, I'm going to have a 3 times Crisis. I'll have, you can just be a little bit, oh yeah, sorry, this needs to be moved before this was allowed to be moved. That makes sense. I'll go for a... Yeah, I'll go for a 2350 as an end game possibility. Mid game is 2275, which is pretty early. No victory year. Commodore is the AI gets pretty good bonuses, but not ridiculous. Scaling difficulty is disabled. The AI get the bonuses straight away. The AI will be aggressive. Help. Placement is random. Advanced neighbors is fine. Hyperlane density will be perfectly normal, as will abandoned gateways and wormhole pairs. Guaranteed habitable worlds, I always have that off. I think it's stupid. Caravanners are on bloody hell. So that's we're gonna die. We're going to die. We're all gonna die, but we're gonna die together. It's gonna be fun. So that's what's about to happen. Oh no. So let's just start the game. Claire.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Minx, who gave us £5 and says Claire Corp with snail people, cause France. So that's definitely what we're doing. Ocean gave us €5 and says Shell Oil. She's definitely at some
It was
point
definitely a
gonna-
prominent one.
Yeah. Joseph gave us $2 and says best snail business pun, bureaucracy or red tape.
Shh.
Indeed.
Oh dear. Dear, oh dear.
Shout out to Mike, who gave us £5. Says I'm in self-isolation, so half the £5 I would have spent on some beers tonight.
Oh, well, it's yes. You should definitely have. You can still drink beer while in isolation. Hopefully, you should drink some beer. That'd be absolutely okay.
But if they're isolating, it might be because they have symptoms, and then if they're taking painkillers, they shouldn't do that.
That's true. Some people are taking. I think they're taking I'm not sure what people are taking, because isn't it it's not so much for most people headaches, it's mainly throat and cough.
Well,
if it's...
people are taking a lot of paracetamol because there's no paracetamol anywhere in any of the shops.
Yes.
So what I've seen is to not take ibuprofen.
Yes.
And to be careful not to take ibuprofen, which there is plenty of in the shops, FYI. Well, not plenty, but some.
What the hell? Where's planetary unification? Has that become a new thing that you get? You don't get that automatic. I've never seen planetary unification not show up as a starting sociology tech. That's amazing. Okay, well, we'll just get society research up then, I guess. It's absolutely fine. And other than that, minerals up or engineering. Let's just invest straight away. A pure sweep of sciences. I don't think I've ever done a pure sweep of sciences before. Still, we've got a spark of genius research, which is not bad. Okay, I'm just going to start basically exploring, getting the basics down here. Claire.
Yeah, sorry, just got in a message from Rose, who gave us $2 and says play on times 0.25 habitable worlds, which I don't think you've put in before the comment came in. There's a slight bit of delay. Rose was saying it's her first live stream, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry about that. There's a slight bit of delay, so you might want to be careful about that. But they also gave us $10 earlier and says, hello John, this is my first time catching a stream live after watching your backlog for years. I'd love it if you can name a leader or a planet Kiwi after my gay partner. Good luck. Well,
I see no problem with that whatsoever.
But we're already doing New Shelland.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Kiwi could run New Shelland.
Yes, exactly.
Precisely when that gets down. Okay, so obviously all the ships are being destroyed immediately. We've broken up our starter fleet. That's it. No more fleets. No more ships. Ships are now banned. We don't get any more at this point. But we do obviously need to get in some more minerals. So I'm going to get a mining station down with my starting minerals. I'm going to probably try and build... I can build a science ship, but there's no point yet because I can't afford a new scientist. So I may as well just let the minerals come in as quickly as possible. And then for policies, I'm just going to be doing my all of my usuals. So for trade policy... Straight away, I'm going to go over to Marketplace of Ideas, just because then you get in energy, but also you get in Unity, which is a really useful early game boost for Unity. It's very, very crucial indeed. So that's probably all we've got for now. I think we'll be okay for the time being. There is obviously a building slot, but we can't put anything in there till we've saved up like 400. And I'm not just going to be selling alloys on this occasion, because I'm going to be needing those. Which is fine. And that naval capacity, basically that's what I need to keep 0. As long as that's 0, I'm following the rules. So yeah, civilian ships, because they have no weapons, do not count. So that's all absolutely a-okay. Claire, all yours.
Yeah, shout out to Bram, who gave us $2 and says you should name a science ship the Bureaucracy.
The Bureaucracy, I like it.
Of course you do.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Reform Nerd, who gave us $2 and says day 2 out of 14 at home, badly timed business trip, or bad time business trip. Thank you for the videos.
Oh, well, thank you very, very much indeed. We're doing our best to keep you entertained during what may be a bit of a boring time for people. Like, I've been thinking, like, whether we can do a bit more, whether, like, you know, at some point we want to do, like, rush a new community play day, for example, so people can kind of come and try and play with us a bit. That might be nice.
Mr. Ghost of 5 gave us $10 and said, thank you for the stream. I'm stuck inside due to a government mandate, so this really helps.
A government... Oh, you're one of the countries that's actually got more restrictive quarantines.
Yes.
We don't actually have law yet. Right now we're still on advice, so we'll see how that changes as time goes by.
Yes, it's practical that we're just on advice because it means no one can claim insurance for anything.
Claire's sour about this.
Well, I mean, I'm just, you know, I have warm thoughts in my heart for everybody who's running events right now and, like, conventions and things. But anyway,
That's good, a 3 energy as a starting point. Just accidentally spawned a Trinia system, by the way, just by accident. Second one of them in a row. Claire.
Yes, indeed. Dude Diablo 5 gave us 10 Canadian dollars.
Best dollars.
Yeah. Hey guys, I've been looking forward to this. I've been staying home from work since Friday. Along with having ADHD, I have several health issues, including low immunity, so time off is necessary. Stay safe, guys.
We will do what we can. Good luck with it all.
Yeah, I hope you're, well, I mean, you know, I hope you're safe, and I hope that if you're having to work from home for the first time with ADHD, you are giving yourself many breaks, like taking breaks and also giving yourself a break if you're being hard on yourself, because it's hard to work from home with ADHD.
So we've confirmed we've drawn the precursor race, the Cybrex, on this occasion, and I'm going to take this as a good sign. We've literally discovered Dro on our neighbouring system. That's literally the rarest element in the galaxy.
Nice.
And we've just found it next door. Like, I feel like if anything that tells us we ought to go psionic, because it's a psionic good. So we have literally, like, on the 3rd planet we ever spawned, we ever scanned, in the entire galaxy, we found Dro on a toxic world, which is fascinating. Fascinating right there. And we are now ready to spawn a second science ship, and because we need to expand in a hurry, I should have started it. It should have been ready the moment we hit 200, but yeah, what can you do? I'm not min-maxing, as you may have guessed from the fact I'm playing with no ships. Which is obviously going to work beautifully well. Claire.
Yeah, shout out to Exodus who gave us $2 and wanted to know if you've updated your previous empires with Origins.
Yes, I have. Like, say, the Mighty Ducks have picked up Mechanist. I think most of them haven't. Most of them are just normal because none of them suited it. So yeah, I think they're Mechanist. I think I gave the new post-apocalypse variant over to the Zero Index, who are, I believe, out there somewhere. The Mega Church Toads, because they were a one-off, are not present in the galaxy, but all my other friends are out here somewhere. Don't know where, but they're out here somewhere. So we'll run into them at some point. And straight away, Tradition 1. Right, I'm just going to pick a leader quickly. Claire.
Yeah, shout out to Sam who gave us $3 and says this is gonna fail fast. Good luck, John.
It's gonna fail so fast.
I mean, how many times have we said that and yet?
Yeah, but even
John
if I make
pulls it out.
Even if I make as the girls always say, but it's just.
Well, yes, I think that's what Thomas always says about.
But the thing is, even if I survive long enough to get to the end game crisis. I have no fleet. You can't negotiate with the end game crisis. You can't. You can't do it.
Source of Being says, well, John is minning. He just isn't maxing.
It's very true. That's fair. Again, as the girls say.
Oh, come on.
Oh, dear. Okay, so hang on.
In case you weren't sure about this not being spawn. Oh dear.
Probably rush Discovery. Yeah, Discovery's not a bad start. Expansion, I don't think I need. Actually, you know what? I do want expansion because Reach for the Stars is useful. So I'm going to take. I want Reach for the Stars as fast as possible. So we'll rush expansion as usual. Expansion as number 1 is not bad. I don't mind a little bit of Discovery. That's not terrible. Then again. Maybe I could have gone for Discovery and just gone to Boldly Go and then switched to Expansion. Maybe I'll do both. I don't know. Maybe I just made a bad decision there.
Yeah, shout out to Roman who gave us $50. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very, very much indeed.
That is a lot of very generous donations today, by the way.
Obviously,
already.
you know, people who are... I just want to put it on record as well. Like, for people who are not having the best time right now for various reasons, like, you know, I obviously don't feel bad at all if you normally donate but you can't on this occasion, or you have to drop out of Patreon or whatever. Do what you need to do. Claire and I will survive. Alright. Never feel bad if you need to stop supporting your creators for the time being. We hugely appreciate it if you do. You know, because sooner or later, the fact that, you know, companies are going to stop advertising because, you know, people have got less money. So ad rates are going to start dropping over time. People are absolutely going to drop out of Patreon. But we're fine for now. Take care of yourselves first and never feel guilty if that's what you have to do for your own benefit.
Anyway, Roman was saying, praise Zarklan!
Praise Zarklan indeed.
So glad that you're doing a live stream for those of us self-isolating. Make sure that you're stocked up for treats. You're stocked up on treats for Tabby.
I think we've got a good decent amount of treats floating around.
We do, in fact, have a very large tub of the treats she normally has.
Her fishy cubes.
Yeah, she has very specific food.
She loves
and
her fishy cubes.
Topped up her dry food, which is like vet recommended and stuff.
Yeah.
They had run out of the small size, so I had to buy a very expensive bag of 5 kilograms. So it will last us a long time.
Lol, this is a garbage system over here. Fine. Dear oh dear.
Vinny gave us $50 also. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much indeed. We're going to move over here. Why was that so cheap? Hang on. What have we got? Ah, we've got Expansionist. That we've just happened. Claire is an Expansionist. Claire Charismatic? Apparently so. Expansionist is a really lucky draw on like your first leader who you have no say over, because it's so good to have cheap expansion at the start of the game. That's really lucky. Well done, Claire.
So as I was saying, Vinny, who was extremely generous, and then you wouldn't let me read their message.
Things. Yes.
Will the snails' shelter be in place if they get sick? In all seriousness, this is week 2 of my company's mandated work from home, and it's hard to tell what has gotten more screen time, my code or MATN.
Oh.
Thank you for keeping my spirits up in these times.
We're doing what we can. I mean, it's kind of weird for us, because like for us, not much has changed. Like you were saying this the other day, because we all traditionally work from home. So for us, things haven't changed massively. So it's a really weird thing for us.
Yeah.
Like suddenly everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
And then we're kind of like, wait, everybody's talking about how it's hard to work from home, and we've like kind of taken it as read that it like shouldn't be. Yes. And everybody's saying, Claire charismatic, more like Clarismatic.
Clarismatic. You know what we need? We need a better governor. Right now we've got a governor who is... resilience garbage. Give me... environmental, no. Eager, no. Agrarian's better than nothing. Yeah, you can just... so the other one can just go. So at least we may as well take... I mean, like, resilience so garbage. So yeah, you can just go away. We may as well take... I mean, I would have preferred architectural interest. It's bad that we haven't got any architectural interest. But on the plus side, next month we should have the 400 we need to get down our first building. And I will be going for the Unity building, as you'll probably be expecting. So, yeah, corporate culture site. There we go. Clap.
You love your Unity.
Unity's great. Unity's so good in the early game. I just love rushing that first Ascension perk. Obviously, we're not going for like an ultimate run here. But like, and there we go. There's that Starbase influence cost down another 10%. So, with the charismatic leader, we've got... What the heck are you? That is... Oh! You're the flipping... Wow, we must have spawned right next to the caravanners. That's... I've never spawned right next to them before. Though apparently we haven't discovered them yet. We can't try and communicate with them. I think the caravan is just like bugged on Mindstorm and Stellaris. They sometimes just refuse to communicate with me. And my empire just like doesn't acknowledge their existence. Commendable initiative. Yeah, we'll scan habitable planets. But yeah, I haven't got a thing to try and communicate with these guys. They're literally coming to see me. But like it's like, oh yeah, there's massive alien ships. And yep, there we go. Enigmatic spacefarers. Are we going to bother acknowledging them at some point? They're literally driving up to our... There we go. They actually bothered to say hello to us. Excellent. Hello, Caravaneers, as you're technically called. So, show us your wares. These guys often just don't bother speaking to me. So for the low price of 6 months of society research, they're willing to give me Triumph brand food storage containers. So my society research is just paused for 6 months, but I get a Triumph food container deployment. I can't remember what that does. I think it's pretty good. I mean, 6 months of society is not much. 6 months is barely anything in this game. Yeah, you know what? Go for it. Deal. Done.
Carrie in the chat wants to know if you know that you can build more than one Unity building on a planet now.
I thought that was a bug. I saw it in the preview build, but I thought it was a bug and reported it to Paradox, so I just didn't include it in my video. I just thought, you know what, that's probably a bug. This is an early build. Fair enough, that happens sometimes. So I just didn't mention it. But yes, I didn't know that was actually whether that was an intentional thing or not. But if it's made it into the launch version, I assume it's now intentional. Sure.
Yeah, I think somebody asked in chat earlier if you'd heard anything from Paradox about your video, if they'd had any feedback.
What do you mean? Sorry.
Well, like if someone had like watched the video and like talked to you about it afterwards.
Not directly on this occasion, but it did come out fairly recently.
I mean, they just approved it, right?
Yes, they approved
send
it,
it to
yes.
them ahead of time, and they check that we're not like swearing.
Yes, precisely.
But yeah.
And yeah, minus 200 food for 400 minerals. For 200 minerals, I will take that. That's perfectly reasonable. So yeah, the caravanners are just saying hello. So yeah, our first meeting with the wider galaxy turns out to be a bunch of like little space traders, which is fine because, you know, that's what we want. And yeah, build the mining stations right there. That's 5 energy, which is not bad at all. You're getting on with that. You're just scanning this as fast as you can. Not a great selection of starting territories around us, but energy never hurts. Never hurts at all. Claire.
Wow, we're up to 1,700 people watching right now.
Very nice indeed.
It's very, very nice indeed. Shout out to Christoph, who gave us €2 and says, great way to spend a quarantine evening with a little smiley face.
Oh, welcome to all of our little quarantine bros and sisters.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Evil John Clone 666, who gave us $2 and says, I just finished 40 of my 66 hours this week at Amazon.
Oof, nasty.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, because a lot of people are going to be ordering a lot of stuff now,
yeah,
so...
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're having to have, like, Christmas all over again.
Yeah.
So you just finished Christmas. But yeah, thank you so much. I have a friend who works in, like, grocery, and it's bad. So, yeah. The first attempt gave us $20 and says, I swear I'm getting so fed up with people telling other people to pray during a terrible situation. Surely people can see that they should attempt to help and not say, just say a few words in private. Anyway, good to see a new stream.
Thankfully, the whole thoughts and prayers thing isn't really a UK thing. Politicians don't even try that over here, for the most part. That's not to say politicians aren't useless. They're absolutely useless.
Are.
But they don't actively kind of say, oh, thoughts and prayers, which I would find so frustrating. So at least we don't have that in this country.
Yes, indeed.
We've got a lot of trade value coming off some asteroids over here. I'm liking this. We're going to expand in that direction in a hurry. Try and get that trade value in, because that's nice.
Yes, indeed. Sorry. Jinx in the chat says, I'm so excited about Animal Crossing. I literally just decided to get a Switch for Animal Crossing.
Oh, a lot of people are excited for Animal Crossing, I'm sure.
Yes, indeed. Ira says, Ira Nicole gave us $25 and says, I was about to go buy stuff to make a stir fry for dinner, but then I saw this happening, so thanks all for keeping me in isolation. I hope you three are doing well. I never catch stream, but now I have time to catch all the live streams.
Yay! Thankfully, we've got a back catalogue of about 2,500 videos to go back through, so you've got plenty of opportunity to get yourself caught up.
Yeah, but they're a regular, so they know that already.
Damn straight. They might not be going all the way back to 2013, though.
Maybe not, I don't know. I mean,
I could rush expansion, or I could just straight up say Starbase upkeep down, Empire Sprawl is not essential. Yeah, I'm going to actually change to Discovery, so I'm actually going to slow down my first Ascension perk to get anomaly research speed up, and then I'm going to at least take to Boldly Go while we're still very much in the scanning stage, and then we'll go back to expansion, which I know slows down my first Ascension perk, but I don't need, I don't need it as fast as it absolutely could be. I'm pretty comfortable with where we are right now.
Oh, do we have science ships now?
We've got 2 and 2, yes. 2 construction, 2 science. One of them was called bureaucracy, as was requested. The other one...
Okay. Are you just naming things out of order after you asked me to keep a list of names?
Yes, I am.
This incredibly
yes,
busy
I am.
life... Yeah,
yes,
okay.
I am.
Fine. There was a Charles.
Charles?
Yes.
The ISS Charles. There we go.
Thank you. But there's not another...
And didn't someone want a scientist to be renamed as well?
Yes.
What should the scientist be renamed
to? This could
to?
be Ella.
This could be Ella. Ella is going to drive around in the ISS Charles and do a lot of scanning. There we go.
Perfect.
Off she goes.
Let's see. But you've done the bureaucracy already?
The bureaucracy is done, yes.
Okay. Perfect.
What do we have over here? Nothing much yet.
Sort of being wants to know if we have enough M&S goods to last.
Just about. For now.
We've actually been alternating, like I've been going to like all of our nearby small supermarkets that we have.
Just to keep an eye on what's going on.
Well, I mean, the thing is, for us, fortunately, our nearest supermarkets aren't things that like you drive to and have a big car park and stuff, so it's not... I'm assuming that if you're near like a very big supermarket, where it's easier for people to bulk buy,
then you can bulk buy, which makes a lot of sense,
But our, like, local smaller ones are...
Not so bad, yeah. They're okay for now.
There's no pasta or soup anywhere
The soup is...
anymore.
The soup is all gone. The soup is all gone.
Anyway, Anna gave us £5 and said, probably best not to go with Shell. It's not a good time to get into the oil industry right now. Which, in light of her earlier message, I'm very, very sorry.
We got mining drones. Okay, that's absolutely fine. You just need to back the flip off and leave those guys alone. Luckily, you're just out of attack range, because those are hostile by default. Okay, so we've got mining drones over there. That's fine. We can just ignore them for now. Mining drones will never come and attack you, so that's not a problem. And you're going to take care of that. And as soon as you're done with that, come and claim this system, because it looks pretty good over here. Actually, that looks pretty good right there, so I'm fine with that. Clap.
Shout out to Opportunity V1 who gave us £2 and says, Happy Zarkland Day!
Happy Zarkland a day indeed. Zarkland will be useless to us in this run, because Zarkland does nothing but spawn ships, so it will be completely worthless to us if we happen to run into Zarkland. So one lives in hope that we will not, because it would not do us any good at all. 7 months till we can get to Boldly Go. That will speed up the scanning significantly. So let's just start speeding this up a little bit here, because this construction ship is just basically waiting for stuff to be scanned. There we go. So now you can get on with that. You may as well lock it down. This science ship's going to start heading down in this direction, because this one's now over here. So this one will loop round this way when the time is right. So we're making progress here. Making progress. I'm floating 600 minerals, but I don't actually have... Yeah, I've got available jobs and no workers, and the pop is still somewhere. So there's no point rushing to more districts at this point. I could actually demolish the admin office to get something more productive up. That's true. What else would I want in its place, though? What would actually be good that I could put in its place? Is there anything worth going over to, aside from maybe a second Unity building? Or just rushing to more alloys or more civilian? We're probably okay for now. I'll stockpile a bit of money, because it will be needed down the line. It will absolutely be needed for building star bases, especially once we get into this part of the world over here. That will definitely be true. Clap.
Yeah, shout out to Herbie who gave us £2 and wants to know which one is your favourite Stellaris DLC. I know, right?
That's tough. Probably actually Was Utopia the first? No, I think actually Plantoids was the first. Probably Utopia.
Was Utopia the one that was named after Ursula Le Guin?
I believe the associated update was Le Guin. Yes, but it's more specifically because I think like the megastructures and the beasts, the big beasts introduced into the galaxy, probably had some of the biggest effects. Like after 2.0 and 2.2's free reworks, which were not DLC, probably the biggest thing that's ever happened to the game is Utopia. Though arguably Federations is now bigger, but that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. Whether I just need to spend some more time with it before I can say that with certainty. Here we go. This is where we start spending money fast. Where we start buying all of this. And now we get to boldly go. Yeah, get that done. And then we'll move back over to expansion because we do not leave Databank, Uplink, Science Division, Polytechnic, or Faith in Science immediately. But I do like getting to boldly go out. So I'm going to mix and match a little bit just to start us off here. Plus it means I get 2 starting bonuses. So they're like, you know, it doesn't hurt to skip between trees because like it means you can get a new starting bonus every time you start a new tree, which is not the worst thing in the world at all. Claire.
Yeah, shout out to Dayton who gave us $5 and says, did John ever give Sludge a try after England exchange? Thanks for keeping me company during my impromptu corner vacation after my restaurant shut. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I hope that's just temporarily, you don't mean permanently.
Well, I hope you're getting paid something.
That too.
It's US dollars, so maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sludge. Did you ever give Sludge a try?
No, I never actually. If people want to give me recommendations for Sludge music, you go right the flip ahead. You give me recommendations for Sludge music, damn it. Sounds great fun.
Nathaniel gave us $5 and says, to transport materials, you can't go wrong with the S-Cargo Company, faster than snail mail, and our friendly personnel bring everyone out of their shell.
Hey, it's a good slogan. Approve of corporate slogans. Ooh, we've got, these might be the dodgy trick asteroids that are actually going to produce monsters that eat me. We'll have to see about that.
Okay, interesting question from the chat. Insert creative name here wants to know what's the win condition for you for this game. What are you trying to accomplish?
Not die.
Yeah, no, I thought you might say
Not
that.
die for as long as possible. Because bear in mind, just keep in mind for 1 second, if the Birth of Piracy event fires, I just lose whatever they move into because I can't reclaim it. I physically can't reclaim it unless I find an ally who can reclaim it for me. So if Birth of Piracy triggers, I'm so boned. I'm mega boned at that point. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to, just because I've got an archaeological site here, I'm gonna go over to Science Ship 3, which is pretty early for Science Ship 3, but as I'm not spending, and I don't have to spend alloys on fleets, I've got a little bit more alloys floating around in the kitty than I normally would have, and we've got asteroid fauna. That's a concern. That's definitely a concern. If these are ice asteroids with something living on them. Yeah, worm-like lithivores that burrow through the rock. Much could be learned from studying them. Yeah, or it could go catastrophically wrong. Ooh. Okay, also get on with researching the Delta aliens, who I think are these drones, because we may as well give them a scan. But that's worrying me more than a little bit, actually. By the way, we can literally never clear out these alien vessels. No way of doing it. So this system just, like, if we get boxed in by, like, you know, some alien vessels, we can't get past them. We just have to wait for someone else to do it for us. Which is great. And also I want to rush down to that system, because that's a 14 mineral system. That's sexy as balls. Carbon world as well. Very nice. Actually, I don't know this. I wonder if you are Void Dweller and you build a habitat around a world that has got carbon world. Do the benefits of the world pass on to the Astro Bays? Because I don't know if that's true or not. I should look into that at some point. Claire.
Oh, sorry. Somebody in chat was like, what are you trying to accomplish, John? What are you trying to accomplish, John? And John says, no, die. They said, same here.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
so
no.
sorry. I really hope everyone is keeping safe and, like, able to stay in as much as possible. I'm
Yes.
just like, yeah, I'm very worried about everything.
Oh, Claire, your little heart.
Yeah, this is not a fun time for anxiety, people.
Let's get, Galactic Ambition down. Starbase maintenance costs will save you a tiny bit of money. May as well just get it done. As we've literally, actually, we haven't found a planet yet.
Research complete.
And gigantic skeleton. Okay, investigate gigantic skeleton. We've got the physics research up, survey speed up, but I'll take research speed 5%. Always take that first if you can. So we've got the giant project, but honestly, I want to, as soon as I've got the influence, I want to expand here. And speak of the devil, there we go. That's just too good to not take. We've got so many archaeological sites. That's our third already. That's loads. So we got a lot of that nonsense. And there's natural engineering as well. The problem is I don't need any of that. I mean, that doesn't give me hangar bay. This one at least gives me hangar bay, which is good, because hangar bays are very good for defending trade routes, which we will need sooner or later. Claire.
Okay, I've got a couple of people asking about defensive platforms. Cynical Sarcastic gave us $2, and Oman Gaming also gave us $2, and asked, do defensive platforms count as ship? What's the rule on them?
Defensive platforms are legit because they do not count towards your naval capacity. They are simply, they're counted separately because there's a limit of how many you can build per starbase. So they are legit, and I will be building a lot of them to defend myself on crucial borders. Yes. And I should really get this these 10 trade points home too. Possibly I might build a base here, just for the sake of... Actually, I might build a base here, and then just expand it out by 2 layers. Yes.
If you get a ship in an event, does that count?
It must be immediately destroyed. It must be burnt down immediately.
Anyway, shout out to Ryan, who gave us $5 and says, in the land of social distancing, the YouTuber is king. Here's to the Overlord John. Cheers.
Hooray!
I mean, I don't know. Like John said, like, at some point, there's going to be much less advertising.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Athletic Geek gave us $20 and says, praise to Claire for being able to read through the sheer speed of chat at times. Wonder if views are up, as most of us are, quote, working from home right now.
Well, that's going to be something that's interesting to see. Views are definitely moving in a positive direction, but the amount being generated per view is down.
Yeah.
Because there's more inventory going and less people wanting to spend on it. So whether it works out well or not is questionable, but then also you get paid a certain amount per view of YouTube premium revenue split money, so therefore any view is a good view in that regard, so it's kind of hard to tell. And we do actually have we have a neighbour, we have a plantoid neighbour down south. I can't begin, in 1 month I can begin that. In fact, perfect timing, start work on communicating with them immediately. And yes, begin just looking at those alien vessels. We may as well learn from them as a special project.
This is very interesting. Alex in the chat says, my headcanon is that engines are holy to these people, so combining them with weapons is heresy.
Interesting. That's cute.
I like that.
Cute idea, I like that.
Arctic Arcanum, also in the chat, but I'm going to read it because it's nice to me, says, Claire, you're doing so well to keep up with this chat. It's crazy. Listen, you can't manage regular chat, okay? So, when I'm playing on extra hard...
I'm doing extra hard Stellaris, you're doing extra hard moderation.
Well, Thomas and Jinx are doing extra hard moderation. I'm doing extra hard common reading. Shout out to Thomas and Jinx and the bot.
Damn straight, shout out to those guys. Doing a great job right now. Well done, lads.
Anyway...
And not lad.
Yes. Akure gave us $10 and says, yo, John, I've been watching since the days of Fallout New Vegas Kill Everything, and I love your content. Next time you decide to make a video of a visual novel, I cannot recommend Katawa Shujo enough. Sorry, I can't say words that I know how to pronounce. That is the school
with the various differently abled girls, I believe. I believe is what that is.
Okay.
The problem is it's well regarded and generally deemed to be good, which therefore pretty much means it's not allowed in my coverage of visual novels, because I like them to be as stupid and ridiculous as possible. I hunt for the most stupid ones going. So that's what I do. That's my job right there. We might go and deal with that. The problem is right now influence is catastrophically low, which is a problem. And we've also got Zetas, and we're fleeing from them. Oh, who are you idiots? Oh no, it's you guys, Space Amoeba, who I believe are not normally hostile by default. So I'm going to put you into passive mode and just let you get on with surveying. I think those guys should be chill. I think I think Space Amoeba are normally chill. I don't think they murder you. So we're just gonna ignore them in passive mode and live and let live. It's gonna be fine. Hopefully. Maybe. Don't know. Claire.
Yeah, a shout out to James in the chat who says the mods are doing chat moderation, Claire's doing John moderation.
That's not unfair.
Shout out to Kagomi who gave us $20 and says it may not be the best dollars, but I wanted to thank you for being a wonderful disembodied voice to brighten up my day. I can't wait for more Hitman.
I can't wait for Hitman 3 either. Hitman 3 is going to be sweet because, yeah, the final mission they did at Haven was so damn good. Whoever's, like, the team they've got right now at IO that's making Hitman games, they just know how to do it just right. So what's this, by the way? Okay, so I've now got a special thing I can do where I can just deploy this food container and that gets the pop food upkeep minus 10% for, like, many years. Basically, it's Tupperware. I've just bought space Tupperware.
Yay!
Claire's very excited by Tupperware.
Yeah, I love leftovers, is what happens.
Okay, so we've now got space Tupperware for the next 28,000 days. That's a lot of Tupperware we just bought. Can you just imagine that? If we made first contact with aliens, and the very first thing they asked is, would you like to buy space Tupperware? Here's 28,000 days worth of Tupperware. And then they immediately just flew away and never contacted us again. That's the version of first contact I want. Where they just show up.
Would they also have like Avon beauty product and like glue on nails and stuff?
It's not like that, Claire. It's not like. Okay, they're getting. Okay, no, they're attacking. They are attacking. Okay, I was getting them confused with the space whales. Retreat.
Die.
Okay, they're dead. Okay, yes, they.
Wait, how are they dead?
Because the space amoeba killed them.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, looks like they managed to warp out, actually. They just got out in the nick of time. The bureaucracy ain't dead. It's just missing.
Oh, that bodes well. Shout out to I'm Jonas who gave us €5 and says I made a fanatic materialist pacifist IKEA empire as a megacorp.
Oh, sweet. Love it.
Interesting. Did you give all the planets like the names of IKEA furniture? That
would be so good. I approve of that hugely. Yes, well done. Okay, get Empire sprawled down. Where the cock are that? We haven't run up to a single planet yet. We've literally not found a planet. What's going on? This is a concern.
Shout out to UGC Lethal who gave us $10 and says, you can do it, John. You completed Vault 94, so you can do this.
Oh, we're so screwed. We're so screwed. I'm not feeling good about the fact that we haven't found a planet yet. We found like lots of fossils, and we found loads of archaeology. Where the cock is the the rest of it? Okay, hopefully the people next. Okay, we're gonna find out very soon if the people next door are friendly. Also, we can do drone study, which is 75 months. That's too long. That's too long. I'm going to wait till we've got some more engineering before I attempt that. But we can study these guys sooner rather than later. You're just getting on with this over here. Let's get speed moving up a little bit here. You've got nothing to do because we are lacking in influence. I just need to figure out where I want you to expand next. They're both flimsy excuses, to be honest. And, okay, so we've got the Mirovandians. That gets me 40 influence, so communicating is good. They're not Venus flytraps. They are, however, militarist authoritarians.
Hey, remember the first time I tried to play Stellaris?
Yeah. Yeah. And it didn't go well.
I spawned, like, right next to fanatic xenophobes.
Okay,
oh, dear.
This is fine, because all we need to do is... That's not an advanced start. At the bare minimum, that is not an advanced start. So we're fine for now. And, okay, the advantage is we can send literally all of our diplomats over there. I'm sending literally every diplomat because they've got nothing else to do. So this is the advantage of having 4 diplomats. All of my diplomats are just going over there, and they're basically just saying, please don't eat us, please don't eat us, please don't eat us. Admittedly, I appreciate that's a snail saying that to a plant, so I understand why the plants are wary of us. I can understand. I understand why. Alright, we literally build our cities out of plants, and you are a plant. Like, I understand why you'd be concerned. But we need to firm up the border right now. So, straight away, 200 alloys, upgrade this to a proper starbase. We need to harden this border before they expand towards us. And if we're lucky, we might be able to make them chill the flip out. Because with all of these diplomats present, we'll be fine.
How far off are you from finishing the Space Amoeba special project so that you can coexist with them?
It would take, I think it would take about 10 months of sociology, which I can do right now, so that's not a bad idea. That's actually a very good point. Excellent call, whoever said that. Very good call.
I believe that was Quentin.
Ah. Well,
So
thank you very, very much, Quentin. And we are just...
Still don't know how to say that name in English. Sorry.
We're desperately rolling dice here right now. But unfortunately, we need to... We've been very unlucky with this. Just look at all those fails. Look at all those bloody fails in a row. We just need to find some clues. But one scientist is just trying to sort out this planet that's weirdly too angular. What we need to do is turn anti-aliasing up, or whatever. This looks like a good system, though. This is where we want to expand next. I'm going to move the ship over in that direction. We've got a bit of influence thanks to First Contact, and relationship is now going up with them because we've sent literally every diplomat. This is why the diplomats are good. This is why having 4 diplomats is really powerful at the start of the game. Even people that would logically naturally hate you sort of are willing to get on with you regardless, and it means I can keep these guys busy and just, you know, keep them out of my hair, at least for the minute.
Yeah, and shout out to DB Explorer, who gave us $5 and says, I got home from work to find John and Claire streaming. Time to cook while the galaxy tries to kill John.
It truly is. Today it truly flipping is.
Torg gave us $5 and says, extra long COVID-19 stream.
Damn straight.
No, don't say that.
No, not damn straight.
Okay, today we're not actually doing an extra long live stream because it's already 9 p.m.
And we haven't actually had our dinner.
And, we
dinner.
started a little late because John was working a little late.
I was making
so
some New Vegas. I've had a very long day doing some New Vegas that took a very long... Like, the thing is, when I'm trying to show off really cool, obscure stuff in Vegas, it takes ages to set up sometimes. It takes hours and hours and hours.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Jason, who gave us 10 Canadian dollars.
Best dollars.
So I want to thank you both for your great content. It's gotten me through some tough times through anxiety and depression for the last 2 years. I hope videos will continue in those tough times.
We will do our best.
They will definitely continue because for us, it doesn't actually, we're very fortunate in that we don't have to change much of what we do. And so we'll be able to, absolutely continue making things. In fact, I've had to cancel some of the holiday that I already had booked because it was to go to conventions that are meetups with large amounts of people. So
yes.
We're not doing that because that's unsafe.
Yeah.
So if anything, more videos.
Yeah,
so
damn
please
straight.
don't worry about that.
We do have the slight... This archaeological site is a nightmare. We finally got some good rolls and then the equipment exploded and we were straight back to 0. So this is taking 10 million years. But on the plus side, archaeological sites can generate a lot of good stuff. So I'm not like expanding towards militarist though to get that site. It's not worth it. It's too risky. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep these guys sweet. And we are moving slowly up. And then we just non-aggression them. Ideally, we commercial pact them. We get our first outpost down on their world, which will be great. And then we can just move on. Still not a single planet. Not one planet. What's happening? Did I accidentally turn planets off? I really hope I didn't accidentally turn planets off. Because no ships is one thing. No ships and no planets would be another. That'd be good.
I don't think so, but somebody rewind and go back to check.
Just double check we haven't accidentally turned off planets.
Whilst they do that, shout out to Cynical Sarcastic, who gave us $10 and says the best benefit of being out of school thanks to COVID-19 is being able to finally catch one of your live streams live. Figures I'd catch the one that moves at a snail's pace.
Oh, okay, here's a me point.
No, more than one at a time. We are like 3 pages deep into the thing.
Fine.
There's so many of them, John.
Having a commercial patch with them, that's exactly what I wanted. Yes!
Shout out to Danny, who gave us $5 and says, I finally get to catch the Wednesday stream. I'm normally teaching right now, but school is out until April 6th. Thanks for being awesome.
Aw, thank you very much for that, and I hope you manage to, well, I hope you want to go back to school soon. Stay in school, kids.
Did you... They're a teacher. They literally say I'm normally teaching right now.
Yes, but you know, it's important teachers want to stay in school too.
Okay, well, yes, I'm sure they want to keep their job.
Do I want more science, or do I want more... What, the corporate embassy? This is quite nice, by the way. This is a building that I can build on in my outposts as a corporate faction. So I can set a corporate embassy that makes diplomatic away from economy better, which is pretty good. Like, if you can spam them across the galaxy, like, that's really interesting. So that's something to keep in mind. But for the time being, I'd rather just take science. I could really do with some more science.
Now, the chat has checked for you.
Yes.
And you definitely have the right number of planets. Habitable worlds are set to 1 time.
Sweet.
However, you turned off guaranteed.
Yeah, well, I always have it off. It just strikes me as I don't like that you just get... Normally, you get by default perfect worlds happening to spawn around you. But unfortunately, as a result of that, this happens. Sometimes. No planets.
Yes, indeed. A shout out to Hayden, who gave us £5 and says social distancing can be a party with an open plan bathroom. This is the first stream I have caught live. Take my ad blocking guilt money. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you for your guilt money.
Shout out to Department of Redundancy Department, who gave us 20 Swiss francs and says, I'm so happy to be watching the stream tonight. My party won big in the local elections on Sunday, and on Monday they told us the second round would happen, only to cancel it today, right after we printed all 7,000 pamphlets.
Oh no! That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, they postponed the second round of municipal elections in France as well. Which is good, because there's a lot of people touching a lot of things in an election.
Yeah. Planetary unification finally shows up. Not first. What the hell? And peace festivals is apparently what pacifists get. So happiness plus 10%, which is actually not bad. Okay, that's one advantage to being a pacifist. No one's ever seen that before, because no one has ever played this game and played as a pacifist, because it's garbage. But now we know that's a thing. And factions have started to exist, so that is Scientific Betterment, so the Materialist faction, and Alien Awareness, Xenophile, Peace and Prosperity, I'm pretty sure that's Pacifist. Okay, so that should be a bit of unity coming back in, and I guess we may as well take Colonization Fever and work towards my first Ascension perk.
The bureaucracy ship is still sitting there doing nothing.
Oh, it finally came back. Yes, you're right, it is. Okay, we're trapped down over here for the time being. We've got a good amount of dead ends around us. We may as well just go and check what's going on over here in that case. So Hortensia, Rosaria, the snail is back. Ella, meanwhile, is leading. She's out there in the wild blue yonder. She's out there on the frontier of space, damn it.
Yes, indeed. And shout out to Thomas Richter, who gave us 5 Brazilian reais. And says, I've always been an introvert and a loner. I've been training my entire life for a quarantine. Bring it on.
Aww.
Yeah, that's what John is saying.
Damn straight.
I mean, except you do like to go outside to take some fresh air.
I do like to take some fresh air.
You'd be a bit upset.
Thank you for making me sound like, you know, a period novel hero there, by the way. Like, you know, the love interest in period novel. He does enjoy stepping outside to take in the air.
Well, I mean, to have a little walk.
Oh, Mr. True Nerd. Oh, Mr. True Nerd. You are so daring to say it. Shall you join us for tea? The ball? At Clairley Hall?
I mean, I don't know what you're trying to imply here. I do think you're, like, dashing and charming. So
no,
whatever.
you big soppy bar of soap.
Shout out to Jackson, who gave us $5 and says the bureaucracy is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding bureaucracy.
Seems about right to me.
Plasma Void gave us 10 Canadian dollars and
Good
says,
dollars.
Hi Claire and John, I just got back from the doctor this morning and I am now under quarantine. I'm so sorry to hear that. So this stream is going to help with my first stressful night in. Oh, I'm so sorry.
We're very sorry to hear that. I hope things are good for you going forward and you recover well.
Yes, indeed. And shout out to Thomas Richter again, who gave us another 5 Brazilian reais and says, if you make it to the endgame crisis, you should be allowed to pump warships and sweep in to save the galaxy with mighty power at the last minute.
Oh no, that would be cheating.
We're also probably not gonna make it to the endgame crisis.
Yeah. I don't think I want to spend the influence. My influence is already a bit on the low side, to be honest. Like, I'm eating too much influence. I don't even need a defensive pact. I shouldn't really have signed that. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to eat the influence. But I will, however, take, from this weird virtually fractal planet, I'll take 5 minor artifacts. That I will take. Because minor artifacts are good. And just keep on keeping on. Difficulty's not great. And my scientist is leveling up too. So just keep on keeping on here. We just need to find some stuff. So this is a dead end up here. So basically, Ella is now expanding over here. I didn't want to spend, like, huge amounts of... By the way, has this been built? Yeah, that's been built. I didn't really want to spend the time... on amoeba pacification. That's going to take me so long. It's going to take like 10 years. But it does open up this path, which otherwise I physically can't get past. So
yeah, people were asking if you could sneak past them at all.
I might be able... Actually, you're not wrong. I can sneak something past, but also I think something just arrived. Okay, you guys have literally snuck past them already. So I think, yeah, I can just literally sneak... I can just sneak a science ship past and then just see what's going on down here at the bare minimum. In fact, actually, if I could sneak past here, I could scan this, and then I could actually get it set, which would be dumb, but it would work, and is probably what we ought to do at this point. So honestly, I don't feel like we need to. After you're done with this over here, because this system looks like it's pretty much garbage, I'll just check what's going on in this system. And then I'll probably bring you back down south, and I'll try and do precisely that. But yeah, just literally manually sneaking past around the outside, not a terrible idea.
Shout out to Isaac, who gave us $5 and says, John, thank you for continuing to stream during our real-life endgame crisis. Planning to watch a lot of your old vids. Also, hi Claire. Hi Isaac.
Hi Isaac.
Jacob gave us $5 and says, I work as a security guard and this has been a boon for me because I'm getting loads of overtime from businesses requiring more security.
Wow, I hadn't thought about it. I guess it really is getting nasty in some parts of the world, or they're worried it will.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess maybe because they don't have personnel on site.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why, I don't know.
We've got to expand in this direction because there's some good stuff here and there's some okay stuff up here, if unspectacular. So we kind of need to expand in this direction, even though I wouldn't mind going to take Chiblar over here and I wouldn't mind going and prioritizing this. This right now is our most open because we haven't run into a single other ship. That's the plant people down south. So nothing's coming from this direction, which probably means we've got some space to expand, which is good, because obviously I chose random placement, so you can just start boxed in, so at least I've got somewhere to expand around me, which is not terrible. It'll do.
Kahani wants to know why you're avoiding the other archaeology site.
Just because I'm not done with this one yet. I want to do one rather than, I'm just waiting, basically, until that one's done, and then, because I've got a dedicated science ship, and I don't want to spend 2 science ships and their maintenance and the maintenance of their crew doing 2 at the same time. Speaking of which, Grand Design, first-class flying machine. Okay, so Strange Dead Machines. I think this might have been an event I've seen before, where like it was an art project or something. So just keep on keeping on, keep digging there, and we'll just keep expanding in this direction too. Claire.
Yeah, shout out to Yannis, who gave us $5 and says, can you name something after my boyfriend Marco? Currently separated by the virus for a few months because of uni closing. Thank you and enjoy the best game ever.
I see no reason why not. I'd say Marco. Yes, you were this person right here. Marco can be piloting the bureaucracy.
Very good indeed.
That Marco with a C or a K?
With a C.
There we go. Marco is now piloting the bureaucracy. Just about survived the previous nightmare mission I sent him on. So just send you down over here. That's absolutely fine. Marco also very good at particle physics and resilient. He will live a long time. Well done, Marco. You're stuck doing nothing for the time being. There's nothing else for you to build, at least for now. I mean, I wouldn't mind collecting this 10, but it's such a waste. In a way, just building a brand new star base. Then again, I'm swimming in them. And by the way, new life means ascension perk. Okay. Interstellar Dominion, influence cost down, claim influence cost. I mean, the claim is garbage, but influence cost for starbase is good, because my influence is not great right now. Technological ascendancy is never bad. One vision is fine. Mastery of nature is not a priority. Executive vigor I do like. Transcendent learning, it's never a bad idea, but universal transactions, branch office cost cheaper, commercial packs no longer costing influence to maintain. Would be nice, but literally I've only got one neighbour right now, and I've already got a base on his one planet, because he hasn't got any planets either. So I'm going to go for Interstellar Dominion just because that 20% influence cost down for the star bases is worth it. So we're going to Interstellar Dominion right there, which for some reason has an octopus. Has like a Cthulhu face. I don't know why, just does. Claire.
Yeah, shout out to MJ Steve who gave us £5 and says, "Hey guys, I'm just starting the stream, so I'm about 40 minutes behind. I just wanted to say hi and I hope you're all keeping safe. Thanks for the great content."
We are doing what we can. Thank you for your positive wishes.
Thank you indeed. Shout out also to Stephen who gave us $5 and says, about being able to place multiple Unity buildings on the same planet, Paradox's patch note for the update specifically say that it's an intended feature.
Okay, interesting.
So very good indeed. We've also got a message from Sarah who gave us $2 and has sent puppy pictures on the Twitter.
Oh my goodness, puppies!
Yes.
Right, well in that case I'm having two YouTube buildings. Screw the bureaucracy building.
Puppy.
Puppies.
Also a puppy.
Also a puppy.
And then also a puppy.
Also a puppy. Those are good.
I shall send the puppies to the chat.
I enjoy
Do
puppies
not
wearing
riot.
bandana. I do enjoy puppies wearing bandanas.
They are cute. They are super cute.
I've torn down the bureaucracy building and replaced it with a Unity building for now, just because as a megacorp, I get plus 20 by default. We found a planet!
Planet!
It's continental, which is not even that bad for us. It's tiny. And hang on, who the flip are you? Okay, that's just the plant people. That's fine. Don't worry about that for now. Ignore the rest of it. Just scan the damn system. Okay, just scan the damn system. I want to know whether this planet is worth... I mean, it's tiny, but at this point, I'll take any planet. I'll just give me any planet. Just give me anything. I don't care. It's fine. And I'm swimming in minerals. So yeah, get the research stations down first. Sure, why not? Then get the mining stations down. Boom, get it done. They're fast. Honestly, you kind of may as well come over here and help with this. Is that necessary? Probably not. We're probably fine. There's planetary unification. Good. Pop growth speed 10%. Take it. Always take the growth speed buffs because pops are how you win the game. Pops are great. The shell also has another empty slot on it. And consumer goods are getting low. I'm going to get another civilian industries down. Because minerals are looking really good right now. We've had some good stuff there, so we've got plenty of minerals to keep that powered. We also have jobs as need to be done, but when that comes in, that will sort itself out, so we don't have to worry about the unemployment problem. Claire.
Yeah, shout out to the book 778 who gave us £5 and says, "Hi John and Claire. Thank you for everything that you guys do. I recently finished your Skyrim series and love the way you ended it."
I was so happy with that ending. It took a while to put together. Also, fun fact, the unified synchronized singing, I had to recut all that myself because I don't know whether, like, when the voice actors got in the studio, they weren't given musical accompaniment, but all of the timings for the Dragon Ball comes are miles off from each other, like the gaps and the pace. So I needed to recut them all to vaguely make them sync up because they did not even come close to syncing up by themselves. So that was fun. It's tiny, but honestly, it'll do. It's not bad. It's close to being decent habitability. It's continental rather than tropical jungle, but it's land. Having two planets rather than one is never a bad thing. I think we need to get working on it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a colony ship out right now. Right now. That's cheap as chips. Blimey. And yes, obviously, the escargots are going to a new world. A new world that's almost called Occitan.
Oh,
It's
really?
called Occidan.
Okay, well, that's just a different word.
Yes, but it's kind of close.
Yeah.
I think it's close. It makes me think of you.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Shout out to the Dark Elements who gave us 200 Norwegian krona.
Good krona.
And says, hello, why did John play Plague Inc? Look at the world! Look what you did!
Sorry, my bad.
I had my 25th birthday, but I had to cancel it. I wonder if John can try to read my name again as an apology. Love your videos.
Hey, what am I reading? Reinert.
I don't know.
Reinhardt.
I don't speak Norwegian.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, yeah, we do know somebody who had to cancel a birthday party as well. So,
Twice, in fact, yes. It's been not a great time for her.
Yes, indeed.
Bless her, close friend of ours, has not had a good time.
Shout out to Despot Perrin, the wife of Serbia, who gave us $5 and says, as Lord Paramount of the Serbian region of the glorious Byzantine Empire, I pledge to stop the spread of coronavirus via trans rights. What?
Makes sense to me.
I mean, okay.
Okay, so here we go. A lot of people are suggesting I've just snuck a science ship around the outside of these guys because they just live around this planet, so we can just ignore them. And that gets us over to here too. Potentially a very valuable double asteroid belt. So this might have been well worth doing. It's already got 2. You know what? Screw it. We're doing it. I'm sending this ship straight in. So this ship goes into... Oh, we finally finished this bloody archaeological site here. So, okay. What actually happened? So, decade, something interrupted the procedure. Automatic cutters lost power. Orbit decayed. Smashed the surface on the planet's surface. Abandoned. Theories abound as to why anyone would do this. Maybe they were mining. Maybe it was an obscure doomsday cult trying to break and remake the world. Quirk of alien psychology. Or just a code that went away. Basically, we've no cocky clue. But we do have a research option. Mineral cutting beams. And mineral cutting beams plus 10%. So we've got some form of new tech. Which is fine, I guess. Meaning you can now come over here and excavate this side. You are now in passive mode, which means you're going to just sneak round over here. And then we're going to move you down over here and basically claim this world and just miss this one out. Because we don't have any ships. So that's what we're doing right now. That's where we are. You research that, by the way. Kaboom, love it. And you go over here and take this planet because we need a planet. Because that's what we need, because we haven't got any right now. This is going great. Not a single cocking planet. Oh no, Claire, all yours.
Yeah, shout out to Joseph who gave us $2 and says you should name a construction ship Red Tape.
That is an excellent idea.
Mm-hmm.
I should do it right. It's called the Developer right now, which is already quite good. But the Red Tape is an excellent name. Done.
Ori gave us £5 and says, you're the best egg carton I've ever seen playing games, and I hope Tabby and Claire are alright during these troubling times.
I think Tabby... I'm not sure Tabby knows anything's happening. Not much has changed from Tabby's POV.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tabby's okay.
Absolutely. Shout out to Cynical Sarcastic, who gave us another $2. That's a lot of donations from you today. Thank you very much.
Very much indeed.
And was in fact asking something I asked you earlier about defense platforms. I'm very sorry. Normally I keep better track.
I remember you mentioned that you mentioned defense platforms before. We
Yeah.
found pirate treasure. Yar! It's look at the piles of that gold. That's a cock of gold. It's a lot of gold. Maybe it's corn. But we get 1 minor artifact and 500 energy. I mean, we're already swimming in the stuff. Actually, I should look at the edicts, because when you often float a lot of energy in the early game, so I may as well just put on a healthcare, recycling, and education. But not the Unity ones, obviously. We can't afford that right now. Also, I have a horrible feeling I'm not allowed to actually settle this planet until I've resolved... No, I need to resolve this... You need to resolve any associated anomalies before you can settle a planet, and that's a level 4, which is not the easiest one in the world. Ella, I need you to come and take care of that in a second.
Shout out to Harmless Toast in the chat who says my supply of cat food is going to last a lot longer than my supply of human food, which I can certainly sympathize with.
Yeah, pretty much.
People are very amused by the fact that you said a cock of gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna get repeated forever in chat.
It makes sense to me. I don't see the problem here. And we've got a new... Okay, someone basically found us before we found them. So, Sacrosanct Accord. Hi, guys. You are sort of hammerhead shark things. Very xenophile, a bit spiritualist. I'm a bit xenophile too. They're pretty chill. I'm cool with them. That works for me.
A couple of people are saying, John, that's the wrong planet, but they're not saying, like, in what context it is the wrong planet. So if you would clarify, people...
Oh, you're not wrong. Oh, it's much worse. The planet I want's got a cocky... It's a level 8. Oh, no. Oh, dear. That's much worse. Okay, one of my scientists has got does anomalies faster. Yeah, it's Ella already. Even then, it's going to take her 2 years. Ouch. That's a shame. We may as well just... Yeah, we may as well... Fine. Research that. Do I even need a non-aggression pact with you? Honestly, no, I don't. I'm so sorry. I want a commercial pact. That's all I want. Are you even willing to do commercial packs? And needs positive. We're already moving up. Asked to be... Wait, what? Asked to be there. Oh, not... Yeah, asked to be their protector, not the other way around. Deploy 2 of my diplomats to go and assist with the efforts. I just want the commercial pact, and that's it. And these guys, me and them will be chill. Me and these guys will be absolutely chill. If anything, I might consider based on who's stronger, I might be willing to change over a little bit. Because, yeah, you used to just get, like, an idea for rough relative fleet power, but now using diplomatic weight, you get a much more accurate idea of how strong they are. So these guys have 41 in fleet power versus these guys who have 31 in fleet power. So they're both stronger than me, but I might be willing, because these guys are xenophiles, I might be willing to actually form a close relationship, and speak of the devil, there's a commercial pact. Done. Okay, so we've got that down immediately, which is great. You research that, and as soon as they've agreed to that, if I can afford it, will immediately shove down a corporate building. That's going to cost me 1,400 NG, which is fine, and 70 influence, which is... quite a lot, but it'll do. And that gets me 2 slots immediately because Pop is 54, which I will take gladly. Okay. Probably the best thing I can do is just straight away get myself... energy's fine, minerals are fine. Can you actually produce... No, you can't produce... Oh, yes, you can. Virtual entertainment use. You can produce consumer goods, but it's only 6, which is not very much. I'm going to go for 1 research... And do I want minerals? Minerals or alloys or what else? I mean, if I could take influence, I'd take it, but it's not going to be a thing. I'll take a PR firm for now. Claire.
Hey, John, do you have a thing that you can name for Jinx?
I think we've got things we can name for Jinx. What would she like naming? Jinx gets her pick.
I don't know, Jinx. Please let us know. And whilst we wait for that, shout out to Brett who gave us $5. And said, thank you for the entertainment. It's going to make being at home for the rest of the month that much more bearable. And Nick gave us $2 and says, if you find a tomb world, can you call it Salt?
Oh, that's very horrible for the poor little snails. Research alternatives up. Yeah, you know, we'll finish off Discovery now we've started it. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, in all fairness, we'll settle it. All right, we'll settle on Salt right now. We'll settle anywhere. Just give me anything, damn it. Just give me anything. Oh no, this is a dicey start right here. Lack of planets. Real lack of planets. Not good at all.
Yeah, and shout out to Adam who gave us £10 and says, have some money and more money. Sorry for giving you more to read, Claire.
I'm sure Claire will forgive you.
Uh-huh. Shout out to King of Dead at Bobo who gave us 20 Danish krona and wants to know what happens when the endgame crisis comes.
Hopefully everyone else wins it for me. Basically. That would be the good thing. I mean, to be honest, actually, it's better for me to maintain a close relationship with these guys because I have a border with them. These guys, though they are ethically more like me, I've got no border with them, so I'd be safer to maintain a positive relationship with everyone I've got a border with and try and pull them into a federation if at all possible. That will be the safest thing for me to do. This is looking promising over here, actually. This is looking like, skipping that and going down here is the thing to do. Yes?
People are saying you should call it Escarthego Nova.
That's so ridiculously overthought through. I love it.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
And we've also got some friends nearby. A theocracy. So, fanatic spiritualist and a little bit militarist. We're delighted to meet you, bird people. We are technically, even though we look like we border them, we've actually got, like, we're nowhere close by to them. I'm so sorry. I do not have the influence for any of this right now. We're actually nowhere near them just because there's no connecting paths. So even though we're close, like, geographically, actually we're not that close at all. What do we know about you? Not much, to be honest. You're just being a dick to the people around you. I'm happy to basically just ignore these guys for the time being. No rush to do anything with them whatsoever.
Yeah, Jinx says a planet or a star or something, please.
We've just got this really, really cool little system that's very, very promising. So I see... as soon as we claim it, I'm going to name that for Jinx.
Okay.
Actually, no offense, we've got the very important, heavily already hardened border system. So Jinx.
Yes,
It's with an I, isn't it? It's not the Pokemon.
No, but it's with KS at the end.
I always forget.
Yes. Shout out to Adelaide who gave us £1 and says non-contact hugs and best wishes to everyone in chat. If there's ever a governor available, can it be Adelaide?
I see no reason why our existing governor can't be Adelaide.
I approve of it.
In fact, so yeah, we've got a governor right now. That's Adelaide, right?
That's correct.
I thought so. Our governor is now Adelaide. There we go. And you found... there is actually the Shellyak system down here, which feels like it's just meant to be. It feels like we really should take that one. We've had so many anomalies and so many flipping archaeological sites, but we've just had no planets. It's been mad. It's been just flipping mad. They're expanding up here. We might be moving towards a border with these guys, which is hopefully not a problem. Metal cutting... oh, those mineral cutting beams are actually, that's actually plus 10%, which is actually... okay, so that's Tech 3. I've also got Tech 1 right here, so I may as well just do the Tech 1 right now, because... why wouldn't I? That's absolutely fine. Also, why are you guys not doing anything? Admin capacity plus 5% is totally unnecessary for now. Take gene clinics. Gene clinics are powerful.
Okay, that was a really interesting question from chat, though.
Yes.
If you are in a federation, this is from Arctic Arcanum, if you are in a federation and you're the leader, can you use a federation fleet?
Depends on the rules of the federation, whether it even has a fleet, and two, what the rules are for when and how it is deployed. I believe there are special rules for that are voted on by Federation members.
Okay. Shout out also to Cynical Sarcastic who gave us $2 more and says, Space Amoeba ain't chill, John!
The Space Amoeba were in fact not chill. So we just have this unfortunate hole in the middle of our empire because we just have to ignore the Space Amoeba until such time as we can figure out how to deal with them. Which is very sad. It's a real shame.
Yeah, shout out to Scott who gave us £10 and says, Hi John and Claire, first time donor here. Been watching since last August when I binge watched your Crusader Kings 2 Cornwall run. Loving the new series, Love from Scotland.
Cornwall was great, but honestly I think this new series is better.
So good.
I think it's better.
I mean, you just know the game better.
Yes.
And I just really, really, really like the Imperial elective system. I think that works really well.
I think it's so fun. That's very fun indeed. Okay, we've got Cybrex Ruin Special Project. That's on Oxidan 3. Am I allowed to settle this now? Or am I still not allowed to settle it because now there's a cocky project? Is that allowed? I am allowed to colonize it. Yes, and it offers low habitability for the selected species. Okay, it's a bit low. It's good enough. It's fine. Colonize the planet. Get on with that. We do not have a planet to name. We can rename that later. So, for the time being, I'm just going to name this Oxidan Slime, because I enjoyed the slime puns. And I'm up for that being changed down the line, potentially. And there we go. We've also found +1 to the rare resources over there. By the way, Ella, please research that project and figure out what's going on, because I'm guessing it's a special thing of some description. And Oxidan Slime is now being settled, though it will take some time to complete. The economy is looking strong. Everything else is not looking so good. And yes, this new planet was... Oh yes, a beautiful bubble. Sign of some form of ancient culture. Some point, sudden and fatal catastrophic event gripped the world. Some form of struggle. Nation states, terminal exchange of weapons of mass destruction. But the surface is scoured clean. The sky is alive with shifting hues of perpetual aurora borealis. Okay, we'll just keep on digging. Doesn't sound desperately informative yet. We don't know what's really going on there. Claire.
Yeah, shout out to Melanie who gave us $5 and just says Dream Daddy Dating Sim, which
we did that.
I mean, yeah, we definitely have videos on that, so I will link them in the chat for you. But yes, there's also people proposing names. We've got somebody saying Shell's Kitchen.
Shell's Kitchen.
Yeah, also...
I'm naming the system that, yeah.
New Rochelle or Molluscow.
Mollusco. Yeah.
I think
it's Moscow mollusk. Yes, I think it's Molluscow, therefore.
Yeah, but I'm having trouble saying it. I get the pun. I just can't pronounce it properly. It's hard.
I think that's quite good. I approve of that, yeah. Acceptable.
I'm just writing them all down.
We just need to, keep expanding this direction. There's some good stuff down here, down this spine. Problem is, we can't ship any of these trade goods home because of the cocky space amoeba. And Marco just became chairwoman.
Woo!
Marco is now our ruler. Marco has trade value plus 10% and food up 10%, pop growth speed plus 5%. Not bad. Scientific leap, research speed plus 10%. So the bureaucracy needs a new scientist on it. Do we have a spare scientist? I'm not sure what job the previous leader's gone back over to. May as well just take adaptable, as there's no better option. To be honest, what were you doing? Ah, yes, you were scanning down over here. Get on with that, and you are busy up here with nothing new to set up until such time as we go over here. But I don't want to waste the influence, because influence is a bit low right now, so I'd rather save that for expanding in this direction, because no one's going to be expanding up here, so there's no rush on that. And we got ourselves another Cybrex artifact, understandable. Another minor artifact, 150 from that nonsense. So we are making a bit of progress with the Cybrex, which is good, because I believe that's a Shattered Ring World, if I can finish it up. So that's not terrible. And that's now done. You may as well do this while you're here, by the way, Ella. Let's see if we get anything good out of Shell's Kitchen 1. Claire.
Yeah, sorry. Shout out to JB Dog Gamer, who gave us 14 South African Rand and wants to know if you've heard of Spellforce RPG RTS.
That rings a bell. I think it might actually sit in the long list. It's one of those games in the calendar I keep shuffling out. So, yes, I have. But it's not one I'm planning to do, like, imminently. But yes, I am aware of it.
Yeah, and folks in chat want Marco to have a surname and want it to be Marco Snailo or Marco Shello.
That is perfectly acceptable. Marco, which do you prefer?
I think Shello works better with a pun.
Marco Shello. There you go. That is Marco Shello is now ruling us.
Indeed. Shout out to Oman Gaming, who gave us $5 and says, I love that we can use buildings to up admin cap. It means us megacorp people don't have a practical cap on our branch offices.
That's true. Yeah, that's very, very true indeed. We can just keep bureaucracying further and further up. I think it's an interesting system. I need to play with it more. I haven't played with the new bureaucracy system enough to know what change I think it makes like in the long game. So far, I've basically just been playing like early into mid game. I haven't played enough late game yet to know like the impact. I think I forgot to mention during the actual sponsor video, by the way, they have done a lot of just working some like technical work. So there's now just in terms of, like, the game runs a lot smoother and faster at the late game. So, like, as in when you put the game up to fastest, it will actually run literally faster. Which is nice. That never flipping hurts. Research station output up. We've got a fair few of them. That's actually a fair amount of science we're getting out of that nonsense, so may as well work on that. Are you done with this, by the way? Not quite yet, but you're getting there. Claire.
Someone suggests, I believe this must be for a planet, Shelios 1.
Shelios 1.
Yeah.
Quite like that.
Anyway, shout out to Rose, who gave us $5 and says, it looks like even though you didn't set it to times 0.25 planets, the game set itself to times 0.25 planets.
It would appear so.
Yeah, David gave us £5 and says, diplomats. No, John, they're salespeople.
It's true. That's true enough. This is a good system, by the way. We definitely want to expand down this spine. There's some good... Look at that. Look at this. That's 1 exotic gas, 1 rare crystals, 8 trade value, 3 society, 2 physics, 8 minerals, 4 energy in 1 system. I'm not sure I've even ever seen a system with that many different resources in it. I think that might actually be the most I've ever seen in one space. And we're not even done scanning it yet. There's still, like... You know, something else might show up yet. Just, you know, let's get something exciting here on this final planet. Oh, no, there's 2, sorry. There's also a little frozen moon. Tiny frozen moon. And that is... Sadly, that didn't have anything. But still, we're having that. We're having that flipping planet. All right, keep on keeping on. Survey. Though, sadly, it's a bit more expensive now because Claire was helping with our expansion. Now Claire's gone. It is... it's more difficult than it was.
She was such a charismatic bastard. She was getting discounts everywhere.
She truly was. There's the gene clinics, by the way. That never flipping hurts. Off-world trading company.
Oh my god, for a colony ship, the Oregon snail.
Oregon snail?
That's amazing.
It's pretty good.
Shout out to Ballistic Bacon, who has a great username and came up with that pun.
I think I might just actually give a system that name, like, that's on the direct route between our first colony. I think I'm just going to give this system that, because that's just too good to just be used one-off as a throwaway colony ship. The Oregon snail is that, it shall be permanently remembered. That's lovely. That's well done. Well flippin' dumb.
Shout out to Abram, who gave us £5 and said, thanks for all the amazing content, MATN team. Will you be covering Baldur's Gate 3 in future?
Yes, absolutely, I think so. It looks super cute. It looks very, very cute indeed. So I'll be looking forward to that one when it becomes a thing.
Cynical Sarcastic gave us another $5 and says, have dinner! Which I'm not sure if that's like, have dinner on me with $5 or like, go away and have dinner now. We will be having dinner at some point. Most likely when Tabby starts interrupting us wanting her dinner.
Yes.
Then we'll go do that.
Oh dear. Okay, so we've got ourselves an object that's just cycling and that's just orbiting a planet faster and faster. Ella suspects it might soon be thrown out of orbit, even without outside interference. Get away from it, Ella gets experience. Try and halt it, eject debris to collide with it, hopefully stopping it. Try and slow it down, dispatch a drone and try and latch onto the object to reduce its momentum. That sounds like the better option. Go on, Ella. I believe in you. Try and make it happen. Okay, the drone successfully intercepted it. So Ella now has a mysterious box, which is sort of veiny.
What's in the box?
Congregating along. Do we think Ella should open it, study it, or get rid of it?
I mean, we can't get rid of it.
Do you think Ella should just open the box? Do you think she should study the box first?
Ooh, I think maybe study the box first is safer, right?
We shall research the alien box. It will take us potentially a little bit of time to do. Not anomalies, situation
log.
log.
How long is it gonna get? Should we just YOLO it if it takes too long?
Well, we've made the decision now.
Oh, fair enough.
It's going to take a year and a half, which in this game is very little,
yeah, fair
really.
enough, fair enough.
And yeah, that's the amoeba pacification is still going to take cocking ages. Yeah, it's going to take a year and a half, which in this game is very, very little. So Ella's just, rather than opening the box, is instead going to spend the next year and a half of her life studying it. So that's a thing.
Has John never seen this event before?
I don't think... I mean, I might have done. Is this the event where there's the different coloured things? Because if so, I've never seen it myself, but it was in a dev diary at one point, which is what makes me think I vaguely might know what it is.
Yeah, the chat wants you to open it, but there's some lag, so I'm
sorry.
only just seeing that chat. I'm very sorry.
We wanted to save Ella. We just didn't want Ella to die.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with naming people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, shout out to Matt who gave us 10 euros and says, hey, I'm liking your content. I've never heard you talking about the Jagged Alliance series. JA2 would be great for a televised playthrough with MATN antics.
I think I've never played it. I know of it. I know roughly what it is.
And they also say, plenty of mods to stay healthy inside, everyone.
We will do what we can.
We don't usually do a lot of mods unless it's games that John
knows
very,
exactly.
very, very well, so unlikely to do.
And the weird thing about Paradox games is
yeah.
I feel like you never need mods because they're constantly adding new stuff to the game and it's so big you kind of don't need them, to my mind. Shell's Kitchen is down, by the way, but obviously it's just still developing itself nice and slow. But actually, we're floating so much food right now, I may as well just toss out planetary growth literally everywhere. We may as well speed up the pop growth speed in that regard. And we get 100 influence and a favour for returning a ship that we found from the Miravandians, because we didn't need the minerals we're just swimming in minerals. So that is definitely worth it. Like, at this point in the game, 100 influence is way more valuable than 3. Like, you know, if at any point during the game I could trade 300 minerals for 100 influence, I would be just spamming that button constantly. That's a crazy good deal. And you should definitely always go for that. That's definitely way better.
Yeah, shout out to Torg, who gave us $2 and says, I'm playing Stellaris 2. I just spawned next to a ring world.
Nice.
Hunter gave us $5 and says, this stressed out nurse. This is hard to say. But thank you so much for everything that you do. This straight out nurse is hugely appreciative of a live stream before heading into work, so here's something to say thank you. Thank you so much. For,
and thank you for your service and good luck.
Yes,
good luck saving the world, you big damn hero.
Absolutely. Melnu gave us $2 and says you should play Hades. It's like Bastion, but roguelite.
I've heard many good things. I've heard many good things about Hades. So I definitely think at some point we'll definitely get to it, yes.
Yes, indeed. Jacob gave us $5 and says, John, thoughts on other Paradox games like Europa Universalis, Victoria Hearts of Iron, possible future videos? Also, thanks for the fun time. The
next time I start a new big Paradox series will be Crusader Kings 3, as I'm sure you can imagine. That does put Europa Universalis 4 a little bit out, but I would like to get to it, yes. I would like to do it before I get to Victoria or Hearts of Iron. But yes, Europa Universalis 4 will be the next kind of like legacy Paradox game I play on the channel. That is the plan, 'cause I would like to go through them in like chronological order. That vaguely makes sense to me. And these guys are still not at 50 population. I don't know why the hell they're so far behind the Zuif. I don't understand that. But, like, on the plus side, these guys all seem to be friends. We all seem to be great big cuddle bunnies over here. No one hates anybody else. But then that's easy to do at the beginning of the game because everyone can just deploy... everyone can just basically send diplomats at each other. So that's why that's a thing. So, yeah, that's holding steady at the minute in... What kind of steady? In friendly territory. They're not likely to attack us anytime soon. You're building a starbase over here just so I can have that. Ooh! Okay, so... We finally managed to figure out the contents of the box. The contents are puzzling or unexpected. Yes, it's the 3 small vials. It is now safe to open. Okay. So we could sell it for 500. That's garbage. We're opening it! Ella's opening the box! Wait, is it a situation? Do we have to... It's gonna take Ella 19 months to open the box? Just use a, I don't know, a hammer.
I'm picturing Ella as like Gimli in that one scene where he's just like, hammer time! Just bonk it, it'll work!
Fuck's sake, Ella. For goodness sake, it's a box. It's meant... How can it take you 19 months to open a box? I've seen Claire open jars of pickles faster than that.
I don't like pickles. It's
true. There was no basis of truth to that joke whatsoever.
Yeah, shout out to Ella, by the way, who just sent in a new super chat. She gave us £5 and says, I am behind, but I'm catching us now. Thank you for the scientist, little hearts. Best birthday present for sure.
Excellent.
So now I hope you feel bad for being mean to Ella.
Dab stripe. Oh, We're getting good more good stuff over here. Keep expanding. All this territory over here has been great. This is a great territory to expand into, even if we can't get any of the trade value off it.
Goodness.
Is it a cat?
It's a puppy.
Oh, I thought from your reaction that was going to be a kitten.
Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Psycho who gave us £10 and says, I've sent a very important dog picture to Claire's Twitter. Thanks for the entertainment over the years. John has helped me get into Fallout, Crusader Kings, and Stellaris.
Oh, sweet. Good taste
gosh.
there. Okay, we got good and bad news. Yeah.
Thomas Richter just gave us 2 Brazilian reais, says Ella is opening that box at a snail space.
Yay! So, this is the first time I've ever seen Betharian Field spawn since 2.2, the planetary rework. I've never seen Betharian... I don't know if I've just been really unlucky. I never saw Betharian Field spawn, and it spawned, but it spawned on a tundra world, which is not good, because I can't settle that. But I do have some cold-loving friends nearby, so I am willing to open a migration treaty with my friends down south, because they're alpine. If I could, because once I've got them... Once I've got them settled, I believe I am allowed immediately, yes, there we go, to build a colony ship with those pops on it. So I doubt they'll migrate into my territory because my world's inappropriate. But now, using them, I can immediately settle this world. It is a size 24, which is really solid. It's a general all-rounder. It's got a few blockers on it, but those Betharian fields are worth it. So we're going to go and settle that world, not with the snails, but instead with these guys. So we're going to start expanding in that direction as soon as we can. As soon as you guys are done with that, I'll bring you back over here to lock down this, and we'll have planet number 3, which will be a Betharian world. So people who want puns, it is going to be a cold planet with plants on it and some form of power generation because it's got Betharian fields. So
okay,
I want to see them puns.
Think about the puns.
Yeah.
Think about them now, and then give us the puns when we ask you for the puns later.
Think about the puns now. Yes.
He doesn't want them now because then they'll get lost. Okay.
I get impatient.
So don't
I'm
listen
sorry.
to John.
I get impatient.
Okay. Now, you are getting so impatient you didn't even ask to see the good dog.
Oh, you're right.
He's a dog. He's a doctor.
It's Dr. Dog.
Dogtor.
Ah, that's also good.
Anyway, I am going to put that in the chat some more, because obviously I already have. But, dear oh dear,
There is a small portal in, there's a small portal going on. Everything's under control.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony, I missed your tweet from earlier that are also cat pictures.
Hey!
It's Annie and Leo, who we see somewhat regularly, but they're so cute, they're so cutie pies.
There's a very good photo of that cat. Oh, that's a very dignified cat.
They're very, very
Dignified.
pretty, and I'm going to put them in the chat in a
Dignified
second.
cat. Excellent dignified kitten right there.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Someone suggested doing a straw poll for which color box we should open, so I've done that. We'll
Okay.
have that available when we actually have managed to open the box.
Yeah, the box is like a year out right now.
Yeah, so I've got that. Thank you for your suggestion. We're definitely doing that. Let's see.
Do you have... No one's got any more planets down yet. Yeah, it looks like we're not even close to these guys. It looks like there needs to be a loop around here, so we still don't even have a border with these guys yet. Oh, there's an Alpine world. Actually, it's an Alpine, so it's not really that relevant to me. It's relevant to the guys next door, which is fine. Though I should actually learn more about them at this point, because we're about to settle a planet with them. Actually, I can't, because they're literally not in the thing. Okay, if I pretend I'm about to build a colony ship, then I can see. They're literally just conformist plants. That's it. That's it. That's literally all it is.
They don't have other traits?
No, they have no other traits.
Wow.
They're incredibly boring. They just enjoy being plants and conforming to social norms.
Wow.
It's a part. Let me tell you, it's a party on Miravandia every day. Hey guys, what do you want to do tonight? I want to conform to societal norms. Woo! Society!
Woo!
Woo! Basically, Their planet is basically it is engaging in social distancing and a self-isolation on a constant basis by
Okay,
choice.
but
By choice.
We're not making fun of them for that because that's the right thing they should be doing, John.
But they're not suffering a pandemic. They just enjoy it.
Okay.
They're just having fun.
Okay, folks, no puns in the chat right now are being considered because that's too much having to catch up with everything else right now. So, sorry about that. But we are catching up a little bit on the super chats.
Yep.
So, thank goodness for that.
Keep on. Well, the game often, like in the early to mid game, has a fairly quiet period. That's good for you to catch up in. Now, I was expecting that to happen.
Kevlar Menace gave us $2 and says, "Hello, fellow humans."
Research complete.
Hello, also human, I assume.
Yes, I mean, they didn't write it like that, but I pronounce it the way that I say it to Tabby, so there you go. Dear oh dear, Blackleaf gave us $2 and says, "Press F to pay respects for public gatherings." Oh dear.
Jobs from, minor jobs and minerals up. That's pretty good if I had a solid mining world, but I don't have one of them yet, so I could go for robots or mining station up. Let's go for mining station up, that's fine.
Yeah, shout out to Michael who gave us £5. I believe this is Michael who's like friends with some friends of ours.
Yes, I believe so.
Who says, "I'm enjoying the new update and it's my birthday tomorrow. Sadly, my work is closing down. I guess I can watch more Many a True Nerd. Also, I'm forging a sword this weekend."
Oh, sweet.
Man, your weekend is like more exciting than ours.
Oh, hell yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And I'm really sorry about your job. I hope things are still, pretty okay in spite of that.
Okay, Claire, it's time. After 3 years of looking at a box and then trying to open the box, Ella has finally admitted she can't do it with the tea towel and handed it over to someone else who opened the box for her in 5 minutes.
That's very rude of
We
you.
now have 3 liquids here. I'm just nervous about where your water is right now.
My water is shut. It's got a top on it.
Okay, so we got 3 vials. Which of them does Ella want to snort?
So the colors are red, blue, and green, and we have a poll in the chat.
There is a poll in the chat right now for which colour Ella is going to snort and what she's going to mutate into.
She's really eating it.
We're going to synthesize and apply it to our species, which I assume means Ella's snorting it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So let's see how that is going. We've got a few votes in so far, about 50 of them. So we'll wait a tiny little bit.
Are we allowed to? I'm allowed to keep moving time on. So yeah, you can just keep on keeping on while that's happening.
Yeah, shout out to Department of Redundancy Department who gave us another 5 Swiss francs and says, "I tried to get to the end of the cycle crisis the last few runs, but never got it. Have you already fought it, or are you planning to do it in
I've
a video?"
never seen End of the Cycle. I've never, like the one time I went Sonic, I was not given it as an option. So I've literally never seen End of the Cycle. I'd love to see End of the Cycle. It sounds really fun.
And thank goodness Michael is clarifying that it's not closing. It's just a period of time thanks to due to the virus situation. So
Oh, good.
that is very, very good to hear.
And we've also got +3 engineering, 2 shells, kitchen 1. Nothing dramatic, to be honest. Just a small starship graveyard. Did that produce a ship? No, it did not.
Ella's vote count for more. I think Ella said she was watching and catching up, so she might not be here yet.
And we've got, yes, this weird aurora borealis over this planet. Apparently the reason it's a regularly repeating pattern is because it's actually artificial. There's little tiny machines creating an aurora borealis. So, fair enough. But it was supposed to suppress negative emotions and achieve global peace. Then they immediately blew each other themselves up. So basically it's the Pax from Firefly.
It's funny, some people are saying that they are seeing a pie chart of the responses of the straw poll
Ooh,
in different colors, but I've always seen a bar graph on this website, and it's all of it is red. So
Yeah, I thought that's what sort of I'd always seen in the past.
I don't know if I'm doing this website wrong or something, But yeah, or maybe it's got like a mobile kind of thing going on. But yes, indeed.
Alright.
Let's see.
Keep expanding. Influence is at a decent 132 right now, which is probably I want to be dedicating to expanding in this sort of a direction. So I'll probably have you just move over in this direction too and just wait here rather than anything else. Claire, are we ready to decide what we're snorting? What is Ella snorting?
Yes, indeed. We are ready. We have 318 votes at the moment.
Okay.
In last place with 23% of the vote, we have the color red, my fave, which I voted for. That's not happening.
Oh.
In second place with 35% of the vote, it is blue, which means we're going green.
Okay, well, I don't know whether this is, like, tied to, like, whether that's, like, tied to, like, growth or something, because it's green and growth and, like, gene modding is generally tied to green. We're snorting it! We're snorting it!
System survey complete.
Okay, so based on preliminary observations, the solution appears to improve our ability to adapt to our environment. It has proved adaptability. So, the, all pops have just gained bio-adaptability trait. Which is, hang on, let's just check on that. No, not there. Species. Bio-adaptability. As a subcategory, yep, just everybody now has +5 habitability, which is not bad. It'll do. That's very reasonable. So you're getting on with that, aren't you? Yes, I want you to expand over there, and you need to just go over there, because we want to take this, because we do want to get that sorted out. And in fact, on that case, colony ship, we may as well get this ready to go with incredibly boring plant people, because that's going to take a year to build. I should have actually started that before, to be perfectly honest. That's fine. Yeah, survey speed up 25%, and there is automated expansion, but I hate automated expansion, so I don't care. You expand over here as well. Let's just keep going. This bit of the galaxy seems to be really nicely empty, so I'm actually being able to build an empire without running into anyone. But then again, I say that, I literally just ran into Lambda aliens.
Whoopsie-doo.
Well, they're probably fine. Do we know anything about them? Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. They are, I believe that's molluscoid. Yeah, I think that's molluscoid. We want to be scanning them as quickly as possible, please. 4 months, our society research is much better than it used to be. Claire!
Yeah, sorry. Shout out to Peter, who gave us £5 and says, John, if you become the head of a federation, could you use a federation fleet to do your fighting? I know this came up in chat.
Cheating. That would be deemed a cheat.
Right, exactly. You responded to it as a, like, what happens mechanically. I think the chat meant what happens in this run specifically.
I may not use... Okay, I can't... If I'm in a federation and the federation votes on a federation fleet, I can't stop other people building it and utilising it. If I'm ever given control of it, because I become president, other people insist on building it, I will simply park it in a corner. Okay. If my Federation buddies, when they are president, choose to use it, I can't stop them. So that will simply be something that other empires choose to do. I'm not going to actively dismantle my own Federation's fleet as president, because it's not my fleet. As long as I'm not using it, that's legit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Though I will vote against the creation of a fleet, if possible.
Yeah, and a shout out to Peter, shout out to Ollie, sorry, who gave us £5 and says, John, if you want to calm down in these troubling times, play Coffee Talk. It's fantasy and tea. Who else would love it more than a British man? Wait, it's fantasy and tea and it's called Coffee Talk?
It's like, I know this. It's a game where, like, you like, chat to the regulars. But
you mentioned this to me.
It's like, you know, like Bright, where it's like a modern setting, but there's fairy tale creatures in a vaguely modernish setting. It's like that in Seattle, but like orcs and elves come to your coffee house, and you talk to them about their emotional problems and do latte art for them. Looks kind of cute.
Long discussions about the Alamo in it.
Not as far as I'm aware. The bit that put me off a little bit was it looked like from the trailers I saw, like the metaphors were a bit too really blatant.
Oh, so it is like Bright then.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of I was actually looking forward to it, but then I saw some of the final trailers. I was like, that's kind of a bit on the nose.
Yeah,
come on,
you were
people.
Telling me about this.
Come on, people. Which is why I kind of put it off. We've also got a new empire up north in the area I was trying to expand to. So the Thembalon Unity, who are a hive mind. They're not like... They don't seem desperately... Let's just check on exactly what sort of hive mind we got here. Civics. They are empathic. Envoys up. That's good. Divided attention. Admin up. Okay, so they're not like... They're not violent murder hive mind. They just chill. They don't really want to... They're not going to want to trade with us. They don't understand what trade is. They just want to be a hive mind. So... we're unlikely to have a close relationship with them, so probably just because this area is a bit wide open, I might just fall back here and just basically harden this border and just say, that's it, no further. Though, I will very quickly, as fast as I can, scan all of this area, just check if there's anything else I want to try and lock down. Because I do have plenty of starbase capacity, so I could do a double lock if I needed to with a backstop. I'd rather not, it's wasteful. But we're starting to understand our natural limits here. We're not going to be able to expand much further over here. We can't expand south. These guys are starting to expand out into this territory. So we're reaching, yeah, we can't expand much more around here. Actually, if we could beat these guys up to here, we could. But then we'd have a wide border with them, which I really don't want. But me and these guys are... Actually, these guys are the ones we're wary about. I might just deploy some people over to them. I'm just going to send 2 people over to them just to make them chill out a bit. These guys I won't bother with because I can't... There's no point having a good relationship with the hive mind, like, immediately, because I physically can't have a commercial pact with them, so...
Hey, John.
Yes?
Do you want to see a very good kitten?
Do I?
Ta-da!
Oh, that's a cute pattern on its face next to its nose and its mouth. That's
yes,
super
indeed.
cute. I like asymmetrical cats.
Yes, indeed. And
Asymmetrical
that's in the chat already, so...
Excellent.
Oh, Archie the cat needs to clean and wipe his face.
It's harsh.
Smudge on his nose. Oh.
Okay.
He's very cute.
We've got some mining drones up here, so I can sneak around them, but this is starting to get complicated. There's too many things. So I'm just going to scan the area. I'm just going to scan this over here first before we start expanding in this direction. I mean, if we could actually, you know what? No, that's stupid. What we're going to do is we're going to put you into passive, and then we're going to get you over to here, and we're going to move you to here. We're going to skirt around the outside of those mining drones. That should be well out of range in passive. If I can lock down this system, then I've got a barrier against them. Though, actually, in all fairness, any of these systems would do as a barrier. Though this one I'm unlikely to get because they're only one away from that if they choose to expand over here. So I'm going to do that as fast as possible, and we're going to see what... No, you're the wrong ship. You're the wrong... That was the wrong ship. Ella! For goodness sake, Ella. Get Ella. Ella. There we go. You need to be in passive mode. Get over here, Ella. There we go. That's what I want you to do. Good. Well done. Okay, I've got 162. Do I want to... No, there's no point expanding that. Head over here and take this. This stuff's quite valuable. I may as well lock this down. And you head over here and lock this down. We're definitely moving in this direction. We're now heading towards... We're finding our natural borders at the minute. We are discovering our natural borders right now. That's a good system. Damn it, why are they good systems towards the hive mind? I do not approve of this. That's going to make my life complicated. Okay. Claire.
Yeah, shout out to Thomas Richter, who gave us 2 Brazilian reais and wants to know if we can name an engineer researcher after him.
That strikes me as eminently doable. Engineering researcher, specifically.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's what the
okay, that's
said.
Ibrahim right now. So we will just go to leaders, scientists. Ibrahim, you're doing the engineering research. Okay, what was the name?
Thomas Richter.
Ah, it's Thomas. That's with an H, and then like that, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, there we go. Thomas is now an engineering scientist.
Yeah, and shout out also to Nick, who gave us £10 and said I'm hoping on replacing the EastEnders-shaped hole in my life with copious amounts of YouTube. Hope that the snails don't get stepped on.
Oh, the snails will probably be fine. Also, more aliens. Okay, there's something over here. We are definitely reaching the bounds of what we can expand into naturally. The new aliens are coming in right now. So let's get that scanned immediately.
Oh yeah, are we naming the ice world yet?
Not... Oh, hang on. The colony ship is ready. You're ready to move in this direction. Are you ready to, in theory, colonize? Yes, we are in a position to name the ice world as soon as the colony ship makes it there. So, yes, basically, is the answer.
Start giving us your snail Arctic pun.
No, plant.
Arctic
It's not
pun.
snails. It's plant
Sorry.
snow. It's plant snow, and there's power plants. There's the Betherian there. So that's what's happening over there. It's all fine.
All right. Let's see. Shout out to James, who gave us $10 and says, I've loved the channel for a long time. I can finally catch a stream. But more importantly, Bannerlord when?
When I can get my hands on it, I can confirm we have spoken to the devs. We've said, give us Bannerlord. And they've said, we'll give you Bannerlord really soon. So, soon. Soon. Alright, soon. This is all absolutely fine. We're actually suffering from emigration push due to the newly founded colony. So they're just going over to the kitchen over here. We've snuck around more ancient mining drones. Hopefully someone will come and deal with them. Oh, flip clarity, Infinite Pond!
Woo!
It's Infinite Pond, friends, who have been slightly reimagined. Just so you know, I reimagined some of my empires to make them a bit more diverse. So, you know, I didn't have too many very similar empires floating around the galaxy. They're fanatical materialists. They are... Okay, cannot use AI outlaws. About to say, but you have robots. Yeah, so they've got lots of robots. They're egalitarian and fanatical militarist. So, hello, Infinite Pond. I'm not sure why you said hello to us, to be honest. Oh, wow. Okay. We've got ourselves Xenophile Fallen Empire. Delighted to meet you, weird creatures. Where are you? Aha. They're up here. Okay, so we're very close to the Xenophile Fallen Empire. They'll probably be asking for one of our pops for the preserve sooner rather than later. Now, the problem is the Xenophile Fallen Empire doesn't help us in any way in terms of blocking off these guys, because Xenophile will almost certainly open all their borders. But it does mean they can't naturally expand particularly easily. So yeah, you're just surveying these planets right now. And we know someone's up here. So, okay, we're learning the shape of the galaxy. I'm not seeing any immediate problems around us, to be honest. We're okay for now. What are you doing? Oh, that's been done for ages. Oh, what should you be doing right now? You should probably go over here and help up here. That's probably where the most urgent thing is right now. But then again, actually, there's all this. You know what? No. Don't. Come and help down over here. You just come over in this direction. We need to manually just move them around over this area. You're not doing anything right now, so you may as well just get this mining stations down over here. And we just need we need these guys to basically do as much scanning as we want. It's the Tin somewhere nearby. And we've also found an ancient subspace gateway. That is... Hang on over here. Okay, that's in the Tsin Empire. That's nowhere near close to me. The Tsin are obviously one of the preset empires that can just spawn in the game. They are slaving despots and fanatical militarists. And we have no fleet and are peace-loving pacifists. So, I feel like we should just stay away from them. To be honest, I feel like they're the guys we're going to have problems with. Hopefully they'll just enslave these, this hive mind over here. That would be good if they just did that. Also, Ascension perk number 2. Boom. And I imagine we should really go for universal transactions. So I've already got commercial packs down, and branch officers need to be cheaper. Honestly, I can't think what else I'd want. I mean, Grass the Void is really nice, but I've got 6 spare... I mean, I will be going for Grass the Void sooner or later, but I don't need it yet. I'm literally floating spare starbase capacity, so I may as well go for universal transactions, because that's going to save me some stuff, and it's really important for Omega Corp sooner rather than later. Yes.
Folks, if you've got a pun that you like, there is literally no point repeating it in the chat. John is going to just pick the one he likes in a completely arbitrary manner.
Arbitrary is my middle name.
Dear, oh dear.
Actually, it's not. It's Danger.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%. Planetary FTL inhibitors, never say no to that. Important to get that as soon as possible. And you're trying to... That's the Sin. Okay, that's not these guys. These guys are not planning to expand out to here yet. But I should just lock down this system just to make sure they can't expand through us. And you guys arriving in the Infinite Pond doesn't really affect me. And the Sin have closed their borders. They are definitely on the dickish side. But it looks like this here, this is where we hold the Sin. And the Sin have indeed attacked the Hive Mind. That'll keep the Hive Mind busy. That's kind of good. Claire.
Nope. I'm doing puns right now.
You're doing puns right now. Excellent.
Denied.
Denied. Okay, you get over here and handle this. You're on your way down. Actually, you shouldn't really be down over there. You should get over here and help out with this nonsense as fast as possible. Get over here and survey this system. You get over here and survey this system. I just need to figure out what's going on in this space so I can figure out how much of this territory I want to deal with. Let's figure out who's stronger just using diplomatic weight. So fleet power is 30 for the Hive Mind, and for the slavers next door, it is 61. Okay, the Hive Mind are about to get their asses handed to them. They have defended their border. Whether it's enough, I doubt it.
The chat has now decided your middle name is Arbitrary Danger.
Arbitrary Danger.
Yeah,
Boom.
sorry, and shout out to Oman
That works
Gaming.
for me.
Shout out to Oman Gaming who gave us $2 and says, John Arbitrary Danger True Nerd sounds legit.
That's entirely definitely that, yes.
Mm-hmm. Shout out also to Annabelle, the Paladin, who gave us $5 and say, can I please get a few hearts in the chat for my tuxedo cat Bella, who we had to put to sleep due to liver failure.
The what sort of cat, sorry?
Tuxedo. Is black and white.
Oh, okay. Is that a real
what
name?
You focus on.
Is that a real name? Is that what they're really called, or is that a cute, just a pet name?
I think that's what people call them.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, we're very sorry, Annabelle.
Yes. Oh, yes. Sorry, I was. It's interesting, but yes, a friend of ours recently lost a cat as well, and you know, naturally we have our Tabby, and Claire will tell you I'm a big soppy bar of soap for animals.
Yes,
so
indeed.
obviously, yes.
Yes.
I'm very sorry to hear that. It's always a tragedy when an animal passes.
That is very, very true. But there are a lot of hearts in the chat, and it's very heartening to see.
Good.
So there you go. It's like a mix of hearts and people mocking you for being named Arbitrary Danger.
Good old Arbitrary Danger.
So there you go.
Not wrong with that. Not wrong with that at all.
Okay. You carry on because I still have puns.
Okay, well the ship's getting close to the planet, so we're going to be needing them in the near future. The time is almost upon us.
Well, fine. There are a lot of them for me to read out to you.
Okay,
but I just
fair
wanted
enough.
to make sure I had the pun and the name of the person so that it could be, that it could be specifically, I don't know, credit. I can do sentences. Anyway, do you want some puns or do you want to talk to the aliens
Unusual that fanatical xenophiles haven't opened their borders. Normally fanatical xenophile foreign empires open their borders. That's very unusual that they haven't, quite frankly. I find that odd. But okay. Yes, let's get the puns. Give me the puns.
Alright. Circuitry tops.
What?
Like circuitry.
Okay.
Three tops.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is if you don't get it straight away and you have to explain,
Yeah.
then, you know...
We need bureaucracy, by the way. We need the admin officers back. That's urgent at this point because of the admin sprawl. Yeah.
Suburban Antarctica.
Suburban... not convinced.
Frostropod.
Frostropod. Not convinced.
Alright, Plant Sandville.
Okay, that one's okay. That
Alright,
one's
alright,
alright.
alright.
Yeah, that one's alright. Keep making note of that one.
Plantarctica.
Like, currently top of the list.
Yeah, many people like that one
Like
as well.
Plantarctica, yeah.
The Fridge.
The fridge. It's alright. It's alright. I like Plantarctica better.
It's not a pun though.
It's
Just
true.
a cool thing.
That's true. That you're technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Shush. Escar Snow.
Escar Snow. Not Snail Planet, though. So, had it been Snail World, would have been Plus, we're already doing an escargot related pun. So that's, you know, that causes problems.
Wintergreen.
Wintergreen. Still preferring Plantarctica.
Alright. Coldslaw.
Coldslaw is okay.
Alright.
That's okay.
Alright.
Construction complete.
Let's see. Photosynthesis ice.
I kind of like that just because it's so naff.
Yeah, that's from Nathaniel, by the way.
Yeah, why am I not surprised?
Am I putting that up in the list of...
Add it to the list, yes. That could be
Okay.
part of the list, yes.
The cold fusion power plant.
Cold fusion. I quite like cold fusion, actually. Maybe just cold fusion in general. That's
Just
actually...
cold fusion.
Yeah, I
Not-
actually quite like
Just
that.
implying the plant.
Ella just became meticulous, by the way.
Produce.
And they want to talk.
Well, so what was that last one? So the Kingdom of
Produce.
Yonderim. No.
Snowdrop.
No.
Cold powered plant.
Acceptable, but it's a variant of...
Cold fusion, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a variant of cold fusion
Okay.
right there.
I normally, if a pun requires an explanation, I normally don't put it in because I believe that the rule of a pun is it should be funny without an explanation. However, this is
Fair and accurate, yeah.
so incredibly nerdy that I thought I should read out this suggestion, which is mitochondria because it's the powerhouse of the cell.
Oh! Winner! Ding, 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 ding.
Seriously?
That's so good and nerdy. That's so good and nerdy. Oh my god. That's so good.
Oh my god. Oh dear. We've also got
Oh my goodness, yes.
coldly flower, frozosynthesis,
Sure, it's too many things all in one place, I'm afraid.
White Harbor.
Reasonable.
But yes, I think that's what we've got.
Okay. Give me my tops again. Give me the tops.
You liked Plantarctica, photosynthesis ice,
Yeah.
cold fusion, mitochondria.
I think the system is going to be mitochondria and the planet itself will be cold fusion. I'd like both of them to win.
Alright, shout out to Casimir for cold fusion and Carrie for mitochondria.
Technically it shouldn't be mitochondrion because it's a singular. Actually, people say mitochondria more often, which I believe is spelled like that, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Yes. Well done. That was some excellent punning. Well done.
Alright.
People saying plants don't have mitochondria, though. I'm no cocking scientist.
Didn't you do a biology?
I have biology AS, like 2 decades ago. I don't...
Oh yeah, I forgot you were super old.
You're exactly the same age as me. Exactly
yeah,
the
but I
same
don't
age.
point it out. Also, I'm like 6 months younger than you. Shush.
It's not... What? It's nothing. Where's that? Yes, we need to... I just need to figure out whether, like... Now, okay, so now the Kingdom of Yonderim is here. I'm going to obviously try and maintain good relations because we're about to border them. I just need to figure out whether I want to bother fighting over either of these territories. I feel like not, because trying to defend a too-wide border when there's literally flipping mining drones between me and the border is a nightmare. So I feel like that's a no-no, and I feel like, actually, we're just going to want to defend the border around mitochondria.
Alright, if anybody sent an actual question or anything that they need an answer to whilst I was doing the puns, at the time that I said I was doing, taking a roster of puns down, you need to resend that again, because I did not get a chance to see it and respond to it, because the puns is a busy time.
The puns are busy, as it turns out.
Yes, and also shout out to David, who gave us €5 and says, "Hi John and Claire, it's so nice to have a chilled out stream for the quarantine. Any chance you plan on taking a look at Telling Lies by Sam Barlow?"
Telling lies. That one doesn't ring a bell.
I will write it down so we can have a look for it later.
Yes. Good call, good call.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And James gave us $2 and wants to know if we can do more Meg Aquarium in the future.
I need to check whether it's had many updates or whether they just kind of consider that like launched and done. Because some games like never really change after their launch version. Some versions, some keep getting more. So I need to kind of just basically check in on what the state of it is right now.
Research complete.
Also, excellent suggestion from Joseph in chat. John should name one of his choke point systems Arbitrary Danger.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, agree. 100% agree. Get more mining station output, damn it. Some of these are pretty good. I kind of think I might want to accept a double wide border because that's a 658. That's a 2-8 and it's not even done yet. I might be willing to accept. Oh, is that literally you? Yeah, you're literally. I bet you're expanding here right now, aren't you? You're probably about to start building right there. Yep, they're expanding over there. So they're still expanding despite... Oh, look at that. They're expanding pretty fast, actually. Yeah, I think I'm willing to accept a double border to get a 6-5 and a 2-10. A 2-10 and still... Actually, now finally done. Get over here and hit this now. We know we can't get that. These guys are willing to accept open borders, which is fine. Okay, we've also got research pact between you guys. That's absolutely a-okay. Actually, there's no point me scanning this because I know you guys are about to do it for me. Okay. Do I even want to bother scanning this over here? I'm not sure there's any point, to be honest, but I may as well just go and check whether there's anything I desperately want to grab. But actually, you know what? No, don't even bother. I can't afford it. Get down over here, scan these systems, just so I can see whether I want to prioritize getting them sooner rather than later. You may as well scan this system just to see what's going on. But it's time for me to start locking down these two systems, and then we harden them. I've got plenty of alloys right now, because obviously I'm not buying ships. Like, you know, there are advantages to not buying ships. Absolutely there are, and I'll be going for a gene clinic right here on the New World in Shell's Kitchen Slime, just for the sake of trying to take care of that. And this system is ready to go down to colony ship goes down on Mitochondria 3, which is about to be called, and it's not low habitability, it's medium habitability, which we've agreed will be called Cold Fusion. Though I believe I need the tech to research Betharian power plants before that actually is a thing. Those two guys are becoming really good friends, which is fun. So I've got a really close relationship with these guys. We're staying on friendly terms with them. I've got a defensive pact with them, which is fine. I've discovered nothing of interest here. Therefore, we will be withdrawing from this area. We are not defending it. Meaning this is now our new border, meaning it needs upgrading to a proper starbase. So you simply withdraw at this point to down over here. And we will leave this to the Kingdom of Yonderim, so we're not expanding any further in that direction. Claire.
I would like to say thank you to the 6 different people that have tweeted me cat pictures.
Hey, cats.
This is pretty bloody great.
Everyone loves cat pictures.
I'll show them to John later because that's too many for right now, and I'll put them in the chat shortly. I'll put them in the chat shortly. Shout out to Jordan who gave us $5 and says, "Hey John and Claire, thanks for all the entertainment while I'm temporarily out of work. I absolutely love seeing new Stellaris." Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Claire, we've got a problem.
What is it?
My friends to the south have demanded vassalization. No. No. No, 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 no. No. They've got fleet power of, it doesn't look like it's that high. Okay. What we need to do...
The governor of that planet is like, alright, we should vassalize those people. They don't even have...
They now have
shit.
subjugations... Well, yes, pretty much. Okay. Relationship with these guys is souring right now. However, we have a non-aggression pact with them, right? We're literally in a defensive pact. Yeah, we're in a commercial pact, improving relations. Technically, they have a Casus Belli against us. It might be time for us to have some more stuff with someone else. Like, yeah, it's time for us to start moving our relationship away from them, and it's also time to start reinforcing Jinx. Jinx needs reinforcing right the flip now. So what we're going to be doing is just building the flip out of gun batteries right here. And building, after we're done with that, we're going to be building... That is, yeah, ship weapon range, that's garbage. Communication jabber, sublet speed, combat disengagement chance, disruption field. That gets shield points down, that's not bad. And then we're going to start basically throwing up all the defense platforms immediately. We have that for them, so we're just going to start throwing up defense platforms 3 immediately. This is a problem. That's a problem. I don't think they can attack us just yet because they may have a Casus Belli, but they've also got... We're literally in a defensive pact with them. Like, they can't declare war on us until a certain amount of time has elapsed. Hopefully. Everything's fine. Everything's under control. All we need to do is... Yes, by the way, Yonderim. Okay, we're moving up in the right direction with them. Right now we have no border with them, though.
Someone's saying they're protective about you.
Yes, but I'm not... yes, but I'm not accepting them being... I'm not accepting this. No, I'm not giving you money. Become our subject. Well, they're literally saying, or prepare for war. Which, I'm going to... It doesn't sound positive. They're literally in belligerent stance. Speaking of which, I haven't even set my stance yet. My stance has started off as mercantile, which is fine. So trade value up, trade protection up, diplomatic weight from economy up, which is fine. Really should have been on expansionist this whole time. Oh well. Or cooperative, diplomatic weight up, border friction down, or belligerent, naval capacity up. Honestly, I'm happy being in mercantile, so that's fine. Everything's fine. They're not. It's not a problem. Everything's under control. We're upping this station up here. This territory is being slowly made stronger. Obviously, we've got no ships. It's going to take a little while, but even if they make a move against us, it's going to take them a little while to attack us. I think it's fine. We've now got FTL inhibition in play, which is important, obviously. Oh, Claire, we're going to die now. Claire, all yours.
Yeah, shout out to JK, who gave us 50 Swedish krona, and says if John likes games with hard moral choices, he should play I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. You don't win this game, you lose less.
I know of it. I know of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely true. It's a very old game, if I recall correctly. Mm-hmm. Right, reinforce the borders. We're hardening the borders versus the hive mind right now. Then we're moving over here. We're taking this. We could take this. It's okay if unspectacular. Research that, get it done, figure out what's going on here. You're done with that. That's not worth defending. I'd rather have my 2 systems close by to each other. We're fine for the time being. Get over here, lock this down. And yeah, that's already improving, which is fine. And we've got a little bit of engineering stuff going on there. These guys do not appear to be preparing for war yet. Warner hopes they mean well. Like, you know, they're just nice. And they claim they're positive, but I'm not accepting it. I'm not happy with the fact that they are officially declaring submit or prepare for war. That ain't a friendly thing to say. By the way, we've got ourselves a wormhole and a new empire that has a wormhole in it. Erudite explorers, those guys are probably pretty chill. They're pretty big. Hello. You guys are larger than I was expecting. Okay, that's a thing. Also, Yonderim, that makes me think. You guys, yes, commercial pact, done. Boom. Okay, we needed that. That's good. Because I'm swimming in money right now, so I can just basically get the things done. Because luckily we've spawned in no other megacorps, so we've got absolute freedom here. So 68 influence, which is not much. 1,360 energy. Establish that. That's 2 slots right away, which is great.
So people are saying that the second vassalization request was from the Yonderim, not the Merovingia.
Oh, that would explain a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Definitely need to form that federation soon, John.
I'm sure everything's fine. 850. Wow, that's really cheap. Right, so we've got ourselves... Okay, wow, 3 people on this Gaia world. Well, it's going to make its money back eventually. We may as well just get all that down. On Yondrum itself, however, we've got loads of shit going down. The economy's looking great, which is really, really damn nice. We may as well get the commercial forum down. That's never a bad thing, to be perfectly honest. And then we can get the... do I want more science? No, you know what? I'm going to get the first corporate embassy down. 10% to diplomatic weight from economy. Because if I just look at my own empire here, my diplomatic weight is overwhelmingly from economy. Right there. It's very much... Actually, Pops is the biggest bit. Economy is 104 versus technology 70. I need to catch up with technology. Obviously, I've got no diplomatic weight whatsoever from fleet or military power, because I have none of that. It's not a thing I have. By the way, we need a new city over here. Get that built. Claire!
Yeah, shout out to Patrick who gave us $5 and says, it's good to see you two survived. Here's $5 for the coming apocalypse. Although they typed alpacalypse, and I'm not sure if they were making an alpaca joke or if it was a...
I really hope that's the apocalypse we get. I really hope that's the apocalypse we get where it's alpacas. Like, I'm down for that. I'm 100% down for that.
Anyway, shout out to Twam0 who gave us $2 and says, hey, did you find a British UPS power supply yet?
I'm going to be honest, no. I'm going to be honest, we've been a bit distracted. It's been a stressful month.
I was also going to say it's been years that we were saying that I was going to have a different microphone set up and
we never got that set up, no. Yes. We tried once, then gave up. If I recall correctly.
The thing is, we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah. I agree we should get diplomacy underway and start desperately rushing to the Cocking Federation. And desperately try and lock some of these people in a federation with us. As soon as possible. So they stop trying to subjugate us. Locking all these people in a federation would not be a bad idea. And yes, in fact, if anything, I'm going to redeploy some envoys back over here to try and basically deal with that. You guys, I don't need to worry about you. And let's send 3. Let's see if we can force these guys into excellent condition. Because they've got a fleet. Alright, it's fine. And, okay, we've got minerals that are of no use to us. But Ella believes the many elements of the thick crust of this world could be transformed into more useful forms through positron bombardment. Here, Ella, have some money. Bombard the shit out of this planet. I'm not sure Ella's a real scientist.
I think Ella's a real scientist.
She spent 3 years opening a box, then snorted the contents, and now she wants to just bombard a planet with mystery rays. I'm not sure she's a real scientist.
I think she's a real scientist.
I think she's
panache.
I think she's
I think she has the right of things.
I think she is like Fabulous in Fallout New Vegas, where rather than having a degree in theoretical physics, she has a theoretical degree in physics.
Wow.
I love Fabulous. He's brilliant.
Wow.
Fabulous is the best character.
Shout out to Who's Alex, who gave us $10 and says, I almost forgot I was watching a live stream. Give some pets a tabby for me, please. I hope you guys are staying safe.
We are. I think we're fine for the time being, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we're very hermity in general, so...
Yes.
We're not having much change to our routine social isolating, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Social distancing, rather, because we don't have any symptoms, so we don't need to...
I thought you were about to say we don't have any friends.
Okay.
We said, well, no change to our social distancing because we don't have any. It's like, wow, okay. And then we've got some friends. We're not the most social people in the world. We've got some.
Well, the thing is, if you don't have any symptoms, you should be distancing.
Yes.
If you have some symptoms, you should be isolating. And if you know for sure it's COVID-19, you should be in quarantine. Those are the different terms that people have been using.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a difference between the distance, which means that you can still like go out and do your groceries and stuff, and actually isolating. But anyway, shout out also to Thomas Richter, who gave us 2 Brazilian reais, and he's commenting that the Tundra planet will be our power plant.
Oh! Yeah, good.
I mean, in fairness to Thomas, it actually did come in at the time that we were talking about it. I just read it a little late.
We've got... Oh, shit! We've got other snails, but are they our snails or are they unrelated? They claim not to be. I think this is just an odd coincidence. Or they're also the snails. Because they're xenophile, militarist, and spiritualist. So, I think there just happens to be the same thing as ours. I thought that wasn't allowed to happen, to be perfectly honest. Yes, non-aggression pact with Yonderim. Woo! Okay, that's fine. Non-aggression pact with all the people. If we're lucky, the Sin, because they're slaving dicks, will keep everyone distracted over there. Okay, it'll be fine. Who just closed borders? It was the other snails. They're not us, though, because we are Lost Colony, aren't we? There's another one of us out there somewhere. They might die, but they're out there somewhere. We might find them one day. You never know.
Research
Hello.
complete.
What are you? Oh. There's... That's mining drones. Yet more cocking mining drones. Well, I'm glad I spotted you bastards. Right, get over here. Round the outside of them, please. Do not accidentally get blown up by mining drones. In fact, you know what? If mining drones are there, we're not going any further. You may as well just get back over here at this point. Blue laser, because I know I'm researching weapon tech. That's because platforms... Plasma thrower! Have that. Because weapon platforms can be outfitted, which is absolutely fine. How is my border over here? The way. Jinx Station is up to 1,400 strength and growing. One more platform is about to come online for Peace Offer, Sin, versus those guys. 1,700. It's enough. 1,700 is enough to spook them off for now. I doubt they'd... Actually, no offense, they might get through that. It's hard to say. Once we've got Plasma ready to go, we'll be fine. Fleet Command and Destroyer is pointless for me, of course. Synthetic Crystal Plants would not be terrible. Plus, I believe that does also give you... doesn't it give you mineral harvesting? Don't know. Let's get robotic workers down. Just move in the direction of general robotics is not the worst thing in the world. Those are two good systems. That's not bad at all. Yep, so our border with these guys now officially exists. You guys, they're wary right now. Their fleet power is technically overwhelming. I think I'd be safest just basically reinforcing this platform straight away. I'm just going to go double gun battery on both of them as fast as we can, just to make sure if they do get any stupid ideas, we can defend ourselves. So I'm going to go double gun battery on both of the border stations over here. There is some trade value being collected, but it's not being shipped anywhere because of the creatures in the way. Speaking of which, are we actually in a position to sort this out? Oh yes, there is a portal on Shell's Kitchen Slime. We should poke it. Poke it with a stick. That's definitely going to work out for me. You're not doing anything right now. Expand in this direction. That's good stuff. 100 alloys is fine. Running a bit low on influence, but it's not too bad yet. Also, I did create a new construction ship that I then never used for anything. Migration Treaty. Yeah, I'll accept that because you guys are Alpine, so you might be willing to move to Cold Fusion in the frontier sector. So if we're lucky, we might be able to sort that out right there. So that's absolutely fine. A whole bunch of plants coming in. Maybe the Yonderim will come and assist. If we're very, very lucky indeed. But we should be under control. Claire!
Yeah, I am putting many cat pictures in the chat right now. I've just finished putting every cat picture from the Twitter in the chat. So if people want to see that, just check the chat. Do we have a blockade that's up for naming?
Yes, we have various blockades. In fact, we got a pair of them over here by the Hive Mind, who I'm not worried about yet, but just in case.
Okay, so can we have a blockade named after Dark Flash?
Dark Flash?
Yeah.
That'll intimidate them.
Yeah, that's a cool username. And then can we have the other one be called Nautilus Station?
Nautilus Station.
Or rather...
Didn't you want Arbitrary Danger to be one of them too?
Yes, we do. Just name something else after Naughty, because I don't think they mind.
Wait, is arbitrary? There's a second R, isn't it? Yes. Arbitrary Danger. Well, we can have the station, because the station name is different from the system name. So that can still be Naughty Station.
Yes.
When it's abbreviated, does it go with an I or a Y?
I.
Naughty Station. There we go. That there is Naughty Station, which will keep us safe against the hive minds.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
Thomas wants to know, John, weren't Wednesday streams meant to be a bit shorter? Any idea when we're ending?
Probably soonish.
Yeah, so the plan was to end about 50 minutes ago. It's fine, I mean, Tabby hasn't meowed and that's our cue, so
exactly.
That's how it goes.
We started a bit late. I think 3 hours is fine for a Wednesday stream.
Do we have a social researcher that we could rename?
A social researcher. Yes, we will have one of them.
Yeah, so shout out to Cynical Sarcastic, who gave us $2 and wanted a social researcher named Sarcastic.
Okay, busy researching society. Right now, that's Alessandro. So that's going to be Sarcastic. And... Sorry.
Castic.
Like that?
Yes.
There is Sarcastic leading society research.
Cheers. And shout out to Nantangletan, sorry if I said that wrong, who gave us 20 Australian dollars.
Good dollars.
And says, out of every game that John's played, I think Stellaris might be my favourite to watch. The fact that this stream is happening while I'm stuck working from home will do wonders for passing the time.
Oh, good. I am glad to hear it.
Yes, indeed.
You, by the way, can get on with the repair automated shipyard. Who needs to be there for that? Is that... Oh, that's a construction ship needs to do that. Oh, well, that's fine. You can go and take care of that soon. We've probably got a whole bunch of... anomalies we haven't actually bothered taking care of. But these days, you're up to level 4, which is therefore much better. Just sort that out. Rock potential. There we go. Speak of the devil, there's some finishing up right there. You build your stations and your whatnot. You get back over... into, our home space, because we do actually have a bunch of, there's level 3, there's level 6, there's level 8, that's going to take a while, but it's better than nothing. In fact, actually, Ella, you're the one who's good at dealing with that, so how about you get over here, research this anomaly, and then head over to the big data. In fact, there's 2 level 8s. We've got so many anomalies in our space right now. I should actually, now we've kind of done the initial expanding, we can get on with this. There's also a megacorp, but they are peaceful traders, not a full-on megacorp. Would like to meet you. Where are you? Oh, you're way up over here, so that is not a problem. You are a proper... Yes, you are actually a proper megacorp. I thought you might just be a trade-happy normal empire, but no. But luckily, they're far away from us. And, ooh, the Dimension of Suffering! Everyone loves the Dimension of Suffering. So on the kitchen of slime, there is a portal to a Dimension of Suffering. Should we close it or study it?
The Dimension of Suffering?
Yes, the Dimension of Suffering.
Close the Dimension of Suffering.
Okay, so any and all contact with material from the Dimension of Suffering causes intense suffering in the subject, which if continued for more than a few minutes leads to intense suicidal urges, coupled with an attempt to mutilate their sensory organs. Even simply studying data recorded in the dimension causes discomfort in biological observers and cascading errors in computer systems.
John?
I want to study the portal.
No.
Straw poll. So, do we study the Dimension of Suffering or not?
Okay, I'm doing that. Whilst I'm doing that, would you please discuss whether you might be continuing the Stellaris run either from the sponsored video or from this?
I think this one is the one I would continue as an option.
Alright, folks, I'm going to do a poll. Vote in the poll, not in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, I tell you what, Ella actually discovered it, so she can study it.
Okay.
This is her fault.
Should Ella study the Dimension of the Suffering?
I think definitely yes. I'm all for the Dimension of Suffering. This is great. This is precisely what we all want to happen.
Construction complete.
John, they're voting in the chat.
Oh dear. Vote in the poll. The chat votes will not be counted in any meaningful way. Come on, people, you know this.
They won't be counted at all.
Exactly, in any meaningful way. That's the same thing. and some of our scientists have started passing away. Tragically, that was our physics researcher who just passed away. We're kind of, the first generation is starting to pass on. So yeah, there's a physics specialization. You can get on with that. Edie, you can just get down that business. The Thembalon has declared the Yonderim their rival. Doesn't really affect me, to be perfectly honest. Yonderim and Thembalon their rival. Okay, so these two hate each other.
I mean,
Everyone...
somebody is saying that if we close it, we get psionic barriers in psi theory. Yes, but the thing is, unfortunately, you've already kind of screwed the poll over by getting people to say study.
But what? But I didn't... How do... I don't possess psionic powers. People have free will. People are choosing to vote for study. Choosing. This is entirely legit. Entirely legit. How dare you? How very dare you?
I mean...
Corporate embassy. Let's just actually keep that ticking on here. Let's actually get diplomatic weight from economy up and up and up. Let's get our diplomatic weight moving in the right direction. Let's have corporate embassies everywhere. This is really cool. This is precisely what we need to do. I've got no fleet, therefore I have no choice but to basically push my diplomatic weight as far as it'll go, economy and tech-wise. That's what we need to do.
Anyway, shout out to Red Leader, who gave us $2 and wants to know if you're planning to do a Sunless Skies video.
Potentially at some point. It's not like, you know, a thing I feel like I need to get to, like, ASAP.
Shout out to Corey, who gave us $2 and says, love to Tabby, also Claire and John, I guess.
Oh, Tabby is the most important one, that's fair.
Firefly gave us $10 and says, aloha and love to Chat, John, and most importantly, Claire and Tabby.
Oh, Claire and Tabby are both pretty good.
Yes.
Also, we have got a drill on a rampage. 500 minerals to just shut it down. No, I'm going to try and stop it. Try and stop it. That sounds way more interesting.
John is still bitter that Claire was the Psy one.
Shh. You can't prove I'm still bitter about that. You can't prove I'm still bitter about that.
Shout out to MacLeod Demon, who gave us $2 and says, take some money, I wish I could stay, but I've got to go. And Motley gave us £2 and says, John, it's not science until something explodes.
That strikes me
I'm
as...
sure shall be demonstrated shortly.
That strikes me as eminently reasonable. All of that strikes me as entirely legit.
Yeah. Shout out to Ollie, who gave us €2 and says, obviously the portal should be studied.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to everyone who's voted in the poll. That's almost 300 of you right now.
Sweet.
It is 85% yes, do it, even though they know that it's going to go pear-shaped. That is why they are doing it.
Okay, study the portal. Study!
Sorry,
and also...
This is why you went to grad school, Ella!
Also, Science Officer Ella has never seen a machine like this. Materials look familiar, but most are strange and utterly alien. The machine has what appears to be a console with one massive lever. Should Ella pull the lever or take it apart? She's going to pull the cocking lever! Pull the lever, Ella! Ella is not a scientist. There has been a massive energy spike, which has torn open a wormhole, which is entirely normal. There is now... Okay, that's interesting. So, I think Ella's just created a wormhole and we don't know where it goes. Brilliant! Well done, Ella. Yeah, you know what? Research the machine. I'm up for this. This is absolutely perfect. We just created a wormhole by pulling it. Ella's the true MVP of this run so far. Ella is the MVP. She's great. Alright, keep on keeping on. We just need to keep studying these endless cocking projects. There's so many projects. What's even happening? Keep studying them and locking down all these systems. Clap!
Yeah, I just want to show you this because, you will appreciate it.
Oh, cat.
It's a cat that needs this space. The human can go elsewhere.
That strikes me as evidently reasonable.
That strikes me as something Tabby does on the regular.
Everyone's just patronising us. These guys just guaranteed our independence, which basically just means it's okay, guys. If you get attacked, we'll help. which is fine, I suppose, but I feel patronised.
Mm-hmm.
Deep core mining is now a tech I've got access to. You don't need to patronise me. I'm doing fine. My economy's really strong. We just don't believe in war. It's not a thing we do. I feel this is all very harsh. Are you coming down here, by the way? Yeah, I was sending you down over here. You may as well help with this. Research this project while you're just taking care of this. This is... Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere at this point.
Named a wormhole after Ella so everyone will know that it is her fault for the rest of time.
I wonder if I'm allowed to do that. I don't know. Am I allowed to name this? No, technically I don't own it, but I can name the system Ella's Folly.
Very nice indeed.
There we go.
Shout out to Ancusum, who gave us $20 and says, John is great, Claire is greater, Tabby is greatest. That is how superlative works.
I'm completely in online with that.
Also, Fallout 4 YOLO.
Coming, it's coming. Don't panic, it's on its way.
Oh, I'm sorry, everyone's always asking that.
It is. A lot of people ask that a lot.
Shout out to Ethan, who gave us $10 and says, I can't believe I literally just saw this stream when for the last 4 hours I've been watching all 3 Kingdom playthroughs. And I've pretty much missed the stream, but still love you all, so...
Aww.
I mean, you haven't really missed the stream because we are still going even
We
though
are still
would
going.
stop an hour ago,
Yeah.
so... shout out to Peter who, oh thanks computer. My computer just pinged me a reminder saying that I'm waking up in 9 hours. Because folks, if you're using computers a lot, you should put in an app on it that makes it not have blue light in the evening, because John hasn't done that and his computer's very bright. But
wait, the game just gave me a fleet. No, where are you?
Can you
Where
break
are
it down
you?
for science?
I can break it down for in general. How dare you? We don't believe in ships. Stop it.
Oh dear, oh dear.
How very dare you?
Shout out to Peter who gave us £5 and says Doom Eternal is coming out, so if you study, Doom Guy will come.
I've got a video ready for tomorrow. There is a Doom double bill tomorrow. Doom 64 and Doom Eternal.
It's a good one.
It's a really good one. It's a fun video. I think it's a really interesting, really interesting double thing going on there. So I'm very happy with that.
And shout out to Pizza Tigert, who gave us $5 and says, does John have any interest in playing AI War 2? Strategy game where you play as puny humans doing hit-and-run attack on the vastly superior AI overlord.
That does sound kind of fun. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. Yonderim Defensive Pact, I think I should accept, quite frankly. Because just because everyone seems very happy to do that. And now Federation building. Okay. Now, can I form a federation? These guys are protective, but it's going up very slowly just because there's natural malices against us, being really close friends.
Shout out to Darian, who gave us $2 and says, wrong lever, Ella! Splash. And shout out to Ella, who gave us £5 and says, Step 1, snort green goose. Step 2, open hell portal. Step 3, question mark. Step 4, profit. Which sounds eminently reasonable.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
The Yonderim seem for the most part pretty chill. They're mostly pretty chill. They hate these guys, which is fine. Actually, they hate the problem is they hate the Unity. And I have a border with the Unity. So that's kinda dangerous to cause too much to get too close to them when the Unity might just come and attack me. Speaking of which, let's just shove up an extra defensive platform right over here. And that is an unsurveyed system over here. Yeah, don't worry, we know about you. You're just those guys. That's absolutely A-okay. You come over here and help out with this. Actually, no, come over here and sort out this. You just come over there and sort out that. You take care of that. You're actually getting close to being done with that. Then you can move over here, and then we will finally have researched all the cocky anomalies, because we are just so many anomalies. Have you done anything yet, by the way? No, why are you not coming over here and researching this anomaly? Research that anomaly. Get on with it. There we go. And apparently we have all sorts of science. Well, we've got so many research options right now. Minerals up. Gas extraction wells. I think I've got one of... Don't I have a gas in my territory? Was there... Yep, there we go. That's a gas. Actually, no, that's gas extraction wells, not gas extraction from space. But it does say exploit resource, so I think that's legit. But then again, no, Starhold. Why am I even thinking about anything that's not Starhold? John, wake up. Starhold. And War Exhaustion, no, I don't need that. Society Research up. Once Starholds come in, I can start upgrading all of this, and then we'll be in a much better position. The Shell really needs to start leveling up faster. That's really a bit on the slow side. Colonial Spirit, why is that worn off? Grow all the things. Okay, grow all the things. Toss food at growth. We need more pops. I need 45 because I need some flipping alloys. Alloys are really slow. I mean, growth in general feels quite slow, to be honest. The Thembalon have closed the borders. They are... I don't know if they're moving into a war footing, but I'm concerned about them. But if they attack us, then as a result of that, they will be counterattacked by the Yonderim. I just need to hold my own borders. It might be time for a backup station. Wouldn't you say? I think so. Like a backup station along the spine somewhere along here. So if they break through my front line, we can still hold them. Because honestly, they're the most likely to attack me right now. So I kind of feel like that's not a bad idea at all. You, by the way, are... Yeah, you're working on the mining stations. We've already claimed all of that. We've finally claimed all of that. My scientists have moved entirely over to monitoring all of that nonsense. Yes?
What's your food policy at the moment?
Actually, that's a very good point. My food policy is normal. I could go over to nutritional plentitude. Should be with a surplus of 24. That should be fine. Yes, still a surplus of plus 12. Good call, chat. Well done. Okay. Yeah, in all fairness, we could probably have a hard border here. Actually, in all fairness, the hard border should probably be here, because then it can catch all of this trade really easily. So Shellyak, which in all fairness feels like a system that we ought to be defending. But then again, if it was here, that would guard everything. You know what? I'm just going defense in depth. We're just gonna have a secondary layer over here, right here. Okay, we've got defense in depth right there. If they attack us, even if they get through Station 1, Station 2 will be waiting for them in Alistair system.
You have 6 more starbase capacity, though.
Yes, but that's true. That is true. So you're not wrong. I can definitely afford to have a kind of a slightly superfluous one right there. You're not wrong. Fair enough. I'm being a little bit overcautious there. That's true.
Shout out to Paul, who gave us $5 and says, John, do you love my gerbils?
I do. I love them so much.
Shout out to Verminter, who gave us $25 and says, the only way in which my year has been good is financially. So here are some of the worst dollars in honor of those who can't afford to give right now.
Aww. I'm sure they're perfectly acceptable dollars. Perfectly acceptable dollars.
I mean, you know, it's not like we have extremely great British pounds right now.
Yeah, the pound's not looking so hot. You head over there, because actually I've gone up to 5 envoys. I forgot you get the extra one with the Federation tack. So you are protective, but holding steady on protective. There is a war. It's... Uh-oh! Is that my war, therefore? No, because we're a defensive pact. Crash Scout Craft just gets me some engineering. So that's good. That's going to keep the Thembalon busy. And if we're lucky, you two will... Wait, do you even have a... Do you guys not have a border? You guys don't have... Why? Oh, yes, you do. You've got a border here. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried why... It's like, why the hell are you even attacking each other? You don't have a border. But okay, good. If the Yonderim do that, I'm chill with that. That's going up by +6. Up is down, a disturbing thought. We've just got some weird asteroid belt. Things going a bit weird there. Form a commercial pact. Actually, I don't need a research agreement with them, to be perfectly honest. Let's actually change over some of... Yeah, you know what? Send more diplomats to them. If I can just pull them into a federation, me and the Kingdom of Yonderim That'll do as a starting point. And artisan troops close by too. Yes, Claire.
Yeah, good night, Thomas, who's going to bed now because he has a thing in the morning and it's late.
It is.
And thank you very, very much for moderating tonight.
Thank you very, very much indeed, Thomas. Sorry about that.
Situation log update.
Anyway, shout out to Charles, who gave us £5 and says, my first live stream, my chance to say thank you for all that you do. Please keep it up. Here is some money. I hope you find it eminently reasonable.
I think it is eminently reasonable. I love that expression. It's a good expression.
Yes, indeed. SF Chrysler? I don't know how to pronounce things. I'm making it up all the time. They gave us $5, like you do any better. They gave us £5 and says, thanks for the awesome streams, guys. Any chance of John doing a Bloodborne video at some point?
Yes, potentially at some point. I imagine I'll do Dark Souls 3 first. But yes, at some point I would imagine. Screw you, by the way, you stupid losers. We've now just started trading insults with the stupid Thambalon. I'd like to rivalry them. And that would be a good way of getting some rivalry, which would be some bonus influence. I am literally at cap for minerals right now. So in which case I may as well sell some for some alloys on the internal market, quite frankly. Yeah, just sell 5,000 of that in order to buy not much in the way of alloy. I mean, and in all fairness, you know what? Yeah, 9,000 for that. Okay, that's 1,600 alloys, which is quite a lot. So that's cleared out some trash there. I mean, the economy's in really good shape. That's the good thing right there. Gun battery, and just go straight over to... In fact, you know what? Don't do that. Because of the wonderful things he does. Go over to the ship designer. We need to go over to... Yeah, why are you armed with basic strike craft? Don't do that. Don't do that. None of that. Design me a new defense platform, please. And cover it with small and medium. We're now going to be doing nothing but plasma throwing, which is great. We don't actually have superior anything right now. Just shove deflectors on as much as you can. Shove a bit of armor on as well. We do have some reactor boosters here, which is probably enough for me to get one more shield unit out here. Two, actually. Now that'll do. And that's going to be auto design is... I just said no. Hang on. Auto. No. Yes, defense platform. So... Save that. That's defense platform, the defense platform. No. That's not going to be a thing. We'll call it the Claire for now. Save.
Wait, what are you calling the Claire?
New defense platform. It's called the Claire.
That's
It keeps us safe. Actually, no, it should be called the Tabby. It should be the Tabby. Tabby keeps us safe.
We haven't named anything Tabby yet, so that's eminently reasonable.
Yes, Tabby will... That's my phrase. You're not allowed to say that word.
I said that several times.
Get rid of that. Upgrade all defense platforms to Tabbies. Tabby. There we go. And that means as a result of that, we can now upgrade all for... Don't even know how long that's going to take. I don't know how much that's going to cost. But yeah, we want to upgrade all of my platforms. That's very, very fast indeed. Upgrade all platforms. Upgrade all standing platforms, please. Good. So now we've got superior platforms, much better, in fact. So just keep on with... I swear we just did that, but maybe we need to do it again. Just upgrade them all to Tabby class ships, please, or platforms. That should be worth... I mean, I think it's going to be a lot more effective. Like, a single hangar versus a full set of plasma should be a lot better. Should be an awful lot better. So Starbase, and then can we actually double check what you guys have got on you? Yes, examine this. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. That I think is going to be... Technically the game says it's weaker. I think that's not true. I think it's stronger. Like, plasma launchers are highly effective in combat. Like, like, shut up. That's not even remotely the case. Alistair Station just needs to be upgraded as well, and then using all of this stuff, we just throw down the Tabby platforms times 4. Alright, we've spent all of the alloys, but we are safe from the Thembalon. Claire.
I shall point out that we have now been streaming for over 3 hours.
Sweet. I think we're about ready to wrap up.
What do you mean, sweet? We haven't had any dinner. I have an appointment in the morning. You're not going to want to go to bed for ages because you want to de-stress after work.
I do, yes.
Well, yeah, but like, I want to sleep more than 6 hours.
Okay, we'll wrap up momentarily. We need to... Is this going up, by the way? Last month. Okay, just toss down research agreements. Toss down anything. We need to get the Yonderim on side. This is now the priority. Deploy literally the entire diplomatic corps. Alright, deploy them all. That's what we need. Screw you. We just need to make that happen. Zuracorp, that's just a corporation. That's nothing major. Those are just the buyers and the sellers. That should be changing by nothing. I mean, that's got to start going up soon. We've got to be able to get these guys up to positive relations. We've got everything. Absolutely everything. Form Federation. Oh, they need to be at peace anyway. Oh, that's fine. They're busy at a war. But we're almost in a position to form a federation with things around us. It's costing us influence, but it's not so bad. And as for that, have we actually locked down literally everything? How's this station looking, by the way? This station needs to be... Actually, this station is not so important. And we can actually ship some stuff back to home, can't we? By the way, on. Yeah, there's nothing in the way of us getting back to home this way. You are not doing anything right now, so research that project. That's another one that needs to be done. We can at least get... That's 2. It's 2. It's not exactly spectacular. Shell's Kitchen, you may as well honestly upgrade it, just so we've got protection there. So that can start collecting trade value within Shell's Kitchen itself. And the nearby Oregon Snail, which will feed back to Shelter. So that's positive. Though we still haven't got any way to deal with this, so none of this trade value is going anywhere. Which is cocking hilarious. Claire, get yourself all caught up as we move towards wrapping up here.
Yeah, shout out to Thomas Richter, who gave us 2 Brazilian reais and was talking about how night mode is not actually scientifically proven, which I think we're talking about 2 slightly different things, because I was talking about a blue light filter, which is different to night mode.
Yes.
And Paul gave us $5 and says, my chinchilla, it says hello, and our guinea pigs really want more lettuce.
Ooh.
Are you just saying right now that you are not able to get lettuce, or are you saying that you want John to stop talking so you can go feed your pets?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dear oh dear, shout out to Carolina, who gave us 15 Australian dollars.
Good dollars.
And says, what a live stream. What a live stream when I can catch it. Wild. Hello from Australia and much love for your work.
Oh, thank you very, very much indeed. Hello, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Special project complete.
Okay, another Cybrex artifact there. I think we're about halfway to potentially getting ourselves a little ring world, which would be a huge boon. Problem is whether we can actually pull it off or not. That will certainly be tricky. Have you guys even expanded yet? You guys have not expanded because you literally found no planets. I'm so sorry, guys. That kind of sucks for you. That really sucks for you. Dear oh flippin' dear. And the... Claire.
Yeah.
The tenants of Tabby is attacking our friends.
Can we go pet them?
I'm having mixed emotions right now. The tenants of Tabby are literally occupying... Well, they're not our friends. We've never been keen on them. But the tenants of Tabby are now expanding into our neighbours. And that concerns me, Claire. It's Tabby. She's coming. Oh, dear, she's coming. Tabby hungry. Tabby won't eat all the humans. Tabby's coming to enslave us and I'm scared. Oh dear. Oh flipping dear. Claire, what else have you got to get us caught up on, or are we just about caught up?
Yeah, we are. A shout out to Peter, who gave us £10 and says, John, to deal with those troublesome space stuff, you could make a ship with no guns and ask an allied fleet to follow it into combat against them. Technically, no damage done, but I don't know about the rules.
that feels cheaty to me. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not convinced about that. That's a trade bay over here in Shell's Kitchen, by the way.
Also, to be a vassal to the tenants of Tabby.
Technically, there's no rule against me being a vassal if that's what I wanted to do. There's no rules against that whatsoever.
I mean, you know, art replicating life.
Dear oh dear. Am I allowed to even build the
Where is
Betharian?
she?
Not yet. She's not. Did she
She
have a late
must be on her
breakfast?
chair.
Did she have a late
she
breakfast?
had a normal time breakfast.
She had a normal time breakfast.
But she must be on her chair because she has a heated mat on an armchair.
Yes.
And she gets very, very chill when she's sleeping on that, so she must be zonked out.
I think she's just zonked out to sleep because she's she's a very happy cat right now.
Normally she's very loud when food is... You know, when she wants food, even if it's not food time, so...
Precisely, yes. Very much so, in fact. Very much so. But she's okay for the minute. I think that is actually technically Cybrex research over there. You can... How have we got all these cocking things that are just keep coming? Dear oh dear. Still, on the plus side, these guys look like they are... Actually, oh, look at that. That's a Starhold. They've already got Starhold tech. Which would suggest they've even potentially got cruisers out right now.
Special project complete.
Problematic. Still, at least that's not the worst thing in the world, but it's a little bit on the concerning side. I shan't deny. You're going to work on that. You're going to work on that nonsense. We got construction ships around somewhere. You need to build that. I think you're already doing that. Yes, you're literally already doing that. And after you're done with that, head over and deal with that, which is a good dollop of science. So, okay. I'd say that's enough for now.
Yes, indeed.
Because the situation we're in now is we have found our place in the galaxy, which is squeezed into this little corner, like a snail being squeezed out of its shell over here. There are two systems we simply can't take because we cannot deal with the hostile people inside. Fortunately, they're both static. They don't hunt us, so we can squeeze through. So we've got a really good mining district down here, but a dangerous border versus a hive mind, who fortunately are themselves squeezed in and basically seem to... Can I just insult them again, by the way? Screw you! Who are themselves squeezed in and are also the enemies of the Yondrum, who are fairly friendly towards me. We've got some friendly people around. We've got Xenophile Fallen Empire, which is not a problem yet, though one of our closer neighbours, this Theocracy, is currently being eaten by Tabby, who have actually successfully overrun star bases, which would suggest Tabby has one of the strongest fleets going. That's powerful. Also, okay, you're going to enjoy this. Guess what Tabby's also eating? The ducks.
Oh, the numquacks!
Tabby is eating duck, right? Tabby is having duck for dinner.
Oh, what a good girl. She can't really do that anymore, but...
Basically, yeah.
She used to have duck-flavoured treats that she liked, but
yes,
we had to change to healthier treats.
Basically, we know Tabby's here, and she's literally kicking the ass of both empires, both sides simultaneously. Oh, Tabby. Oh, no. This is a concern. So we're now boxed in, but we're boxed in with some people who we can make friends with. So if I can just build a federation out of everyone around me, and then start building up my economic power, I can at least survive. The problem is, sooner or later, the mid and late game crisis is going to happen, and then I've got no answer to it. So, yes, Claire.
Shout out to Ella, who says, you know how some people like to hear the sound of their own names? This stream has been extremely soothing for me.
Oh. That's very
lovely.
cute. That's very cute.
Shout out to Nick, who gave us $5 and says, big thanks for the daily laughs. Definitely helps my depression. Love you guys.
Oh, love you too, and everyone who hangs out in the live streams. They're very cool.
Yes,
and
we're
enjoy
very
them.
happy we can help in whatever little way.
Yes.
Shout out to Joseph, who gave us $5 and didn't leave a message, and to Paul, who gave us $2 and says, I have enough letters for a week, so soon? I don't know.
Excellent. I hope more lettuce... I mean, lettuce doesn't feel like the sort of thing people, like, buy an entire pallet of.
Right,
like,
because
I don't
you
feel
can't
like
keep it.
I don't feel like people are going to panic buy that.
Yeah.
Hopefully. There's another Cybrex artifact. How are we even doing on Cybrex artifacts, by the way? We've got ourselves, 3 out of 6.
Research
Which is
complete.
not terrible, all things considered. There's the Starhold. We got the Starhold, which is great. There's the Betharian power plant!
Woohoo!
Sweet. That showed up in just the nick of time, which is great. That is trade value plus 10%, which is not bad at all. We may as well just rush diplomacy as fast as we can. I kind of notice we are losing some consumer goods, but we can sort that out. We got a massive stockpile of them, which is a-okay. We've probably got, yeah, we got more and more stuff going on in here. We've got a bigger and bigger empire of trade things. We have got spare people floating around over here. You need a city. We'll just get that queued up now, so I don't forget about it when I come back. We're looking good. I think we're looking very, very good indeed. We have survived an opening with no ships. We have 0 ships. We've managed to make some friends. They're all, luckily, everyone's taking a slightly patronizing, patting us on the head approach, which is great. So we've got that going for us. No one's tried to eat us yet, but it's only a matter of time till the Thembalon Unity attack. And after that, she coming. She is coming. Tabby is on her way, and she is hungry. She wants her fishy fish. Where are my fishy cubes, human? You will give me fishy cubes, or I will give you death. Tabby's on her way.
You know that in the evening, in the evening when I've got to bed,
yes,
she like climbs on top of me.
Aww.
And like stares me down.
I know. It's very cute.
Well, I meant the chat. I meant you know the
the
chat.
fishy cubes. Tabby just wants to. She will tear the galaxy apart for fishy cubes. So we're going to wrap up there, ladies and gentlemen. I think we may well continue this. If, like, Stellaris Federation shows up as a vote, again, like next week or whatever, it's for a continuation of this playthrough, FYI. So we'll wrap things up there, because we need to go and eat a little bit of food.
We need to go and cook a little bit of food, and by we, I mean me.
I will help in whatever way I can.
No, that is not.
That will make things worse.
Faster.
It's going to make things worse. Right, so... Yes,
You can feed the cat.
I could feed the cat, yes. So, we're going to wrap things up there, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe, everybody. You know, take care of yourselves, each other. Don't panic buy. Stay isolated. Let's keep everyone safe. Let's get everyone through this alive. You know, do the responsible thing, folks. Even if it's kind of boring and annoying for the time being. It's okay. It's going to be a-okay. So... wrap things up there. Thank you all so much for coming along. We had a big old crowd tonight for a Wednesday live stream, which was really, really damn cool. Huge audience, in fact, for that.
Because everybody's watching us while they're working from home.
No.
In quotes.
So, yes, we had a huge audience tonight. Almost 2,500 people at one point. Amazing. So, yes, we'll probably continue this. As like another live stream thing. It's like a little live stream series because, you know, unlike the Impossible Run, there's no way I can build up a force that can eventually win. Because I have no force, and no amount of diplomacy defeats the endgame crisis. So, I can't win. It's impossible. But literally this time. Not just like most likely, literally. So, yes, we're going to be wrapping things up right there. Thank you all so much for coming along. Hope we've done what we can to keep you entertained during these difficult times. Thank you all to the Super Chat donators. I know these are hard times for some people, but people have been remarkably generous regardless. Take care of yourselves, but thank you so much. For the people still on the Patreon, you know, we've had last Patreon was a while ago. Next one will be coming up over the next week or two, which is great. And Clara's been working so hard, and I forgot to put her coffee in the... Claire, put your coffee in the chat right now.
Oh, wait a second. Let me find that.
Claire can put her coffee in the chat right now. Because if you want to support Claire directly, then you can do that. She's been working very late tonight because I'm a horrible, horrible person and
because it's Stellaris. You can't start Stellaris an hour late and not...
Yes, I can't find it. It's somewhere in the history of Jizz, but if you've got that...
I mean, although hilariously my coffee is set up to say like, you know, I'll buy myself like a fancy hazelnut cappuccino or whatever, but I'm not even sure that the coffee shop's open anymore.
So if you want to toss $1 direct at Claire or what have you, there you go, right there. Thank you very much, Claire.
It's the coffee setup where it's like £3.
Yes.
So I'm sorry if it doesn't let you pick an amount and you don't.
So we're gonna wrap up there. Thank you all so very, very much. Doom double bill tomorrow. Crusader Kings on Friday. Something really awesome one-off coming on Saturday that I will not spoil, but it's something pretty pretty darn big and exciting. So, hopefully, you join us all for that. But in the meantime, I've been John.
I've been Claire.
This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Stellaris Federations. Thank you very much, and good night.
Night.